looks good on you, though.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whatever the case may be. Welcome to Blacklist Universe. Celebrating 2,000 backers for Shadiversity. It is the Wednesday night chat. And thus far here with me tonight, Mike Barron. What is up, dude?
Hey, Mike.
How you doing?
Legion of Mikes.
Is this a green screen?
What, my room?
Yeah.
It's just odd lighting.
So you actually have all that stuff behind you? It's like a banner?
Yeah, I do. Those are banners.
Oh, okay. This is a green screen.
Yeah, if I were technically proficient, I would do that, but I'm not.
Yeah. You'll get there someday. So we're here. There's other people coming in tonight. I don't know if I need to remind them. Oh, never mind. One of them's noped out. So I won't even say who it was. All right. Go time. Tried sending. Anyone on my Facebook friends? Yeah, Matt, I sent it to you if you're watching.
He is.
Okay. Yes. Let's see what's going on. Mike's here. Matt's here. Kevin's coming. I believe Nerd Wonder. You know what? Unless they show up, maybe I shouldn't even mention it. But yeah, Mike's here because he just launched Private American. Link is in the description, ladies and or gentlemen. What? Are we having trouble with the stream?
It's working.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty then. Let me oh yeah, it's on the sorry, I should have done this earlier, but okay, let me close that. I'll just drag this whole panel over here so we can watch it. All right. Share and share screen. Wheel of Dead. What? Vim? What are you talking about? Is it pin? Are you pinwheeling? Are we getting pinwheeling? What's going on here?
It's really bad.
Usually there's a bunch of comments in the. I don't see any except for a few.
Sharing the wrong screen. All right. Share screen. I grabbed the wrong screen. Share. All right. So we've got Shadow of the Conqueror. For those of you who are here from Shad's channel, we are up to, actually, let me refresh this. We were actually over 224 earlier, but there was a gaffe in one of the tiers, and so I sent out a message saying, like, there's this gaffe, we can't fulfill what's on the gaffe, so if you don't want that book without that thing, then please do refund it. And we're sorry, but there's really nothing else we could do. All right, we're back up to 23,949, so $51, and we'll be back over $224,000 on my screen, and 2,020 backers. Not too bad for 2 weeks work. Shad's doing really good. Indeed, he is. And over here we have Mike, take it away.
Private American is what Captain America would be doing if I were writing him. Private American is about a veteran who lives in Texas, witnesses the chaos on the southern border, realizes that our government is not only not doing anything, but they're encouraging it. So he takes action, takes matters into his own hands. And when we first meet him, which is on the first page, he's creeping up on one of these snakeheads who routinely rapes every female that he smuggles across the border, tilts his head back and slits his throat.
Appropriate.
It's action-packed from the first page to the last. There's not a wasted word or a wasted panel. It's all drama. There's no speeches. There are no bumper stickers. This is what Captain America would be doing, or what the Punisher would be doing. Anybody who's read my Punisher is familiar with the way I write. Realistic, hard-boiled, great action. And that's what this is about. 20 years ago, a story with this theme wouldn't be controversial at all. But in today's climate, which is so insane, a lot of people think that the southern border should be open. But no organism, neither a single cell nor a nation, can survive without protecting its borders. And the
Good.
number one responsibility of the government is to protect the safety and livelihood of its citizens.
That is correct.
And what this
Yeah.
open border does is the exact opposite. It's almost as if they want to erase the identity of the United States. So this is, it's a bit of pushback, but it's drama too. And if this were a rational society, this would not be the only book on this subject.
Yeah.
However, I have to say that my first duty, as always, is to entertain. I know how to do that. You're going to love the book. It takes off like a rocket and it never lets down. Realistic dialogue, there's a little humor. Every story must have a little humor, but it's mostly action. And while Marcos is intercepting these smugglers, he films every encounter with a drone because he understands that the only thing the rich and powerful fear is bad publicity, and that's true. And he's collecting hundreds of pounds of fentanyl, which he drops off at the Texas Rangers headquarters, and they find it in the morning. They never see him when he comes up. So they start referring to him as the fentanyl sentinel. But when somebody asks him, why are you doing this? Who are you? He just says, I'm just a private American.
That's awesome. I'm down for this.
Thank you.
And you're Mike. You're one of my favorite Punisher writers. You and Chuck Dixon.
Thanks, man.
I got all the books, man, and I was actually looking through Punisher today, which is one of my favorite Marvel characters. So I'll pick this
Yeah,
up.
I love the Punisher. It's sad to see what he's become, but it's even sadder to see what Captain America has become.
Yeah, I haven't dared to look. I buy back issues.
Yeah, I was just lamenting that nobody actually does comic book reviews anymore. Like, who's reviewing the
they're
new
out
stuff?
there. There are a lot of comic book reviews out there, and there are a couple of favorable sites that don't defecate on what we're doing. I'm speaking, of course, of Bleeding Fool and
No,
Bound
I
Animal
mean
Comics.
YouTubers.
Reviewers?
YouTubers.
Like YouTube reviewers.
Yeah.
I had to take a hiatus.
Hey, Nerd Wonder. You had to take a hiatus? Why?
Yeah, because I started doing my own comic and stuff started happening. I was moving a lot, so.
Oh, congratulations.
Oh, thank you. But yeah, speaking of comics, did you see the latest issue of Spider-Man? Oh, you guys.
Was that real?
Yeah, it looks like a knockoff George Alexopoulos art. For
Do you want to share it, Nerd Wonder? Do you have it? I did not
Let
save
me pull
that.
it up. It is a nightmare. I hate it so much in my life. It fills me with rage. I went on a rant because of it, because I was so mad. Because it's like, for the 500th time they've done this, 300 times we have gone through Gwen Stacy's back. Peter has moved on 90 times from this woman. We have pretty much acknowledged that he has moved on in his life. He has found that he loves MJ more or whatever. He's finally at peace. He's realized he's not the reason that she's dead. Blah blah blah. Oh no, she's back. Now he's crying on the floor. It's like, God damn. It's like, you guys don't like. They literally said, if we make him married, we won't have anything to write about. Well, already you have nothing to write about, so. I don't know what's wrong with you.
They don't know how to write married.
Find it. I want to show the people, because this was on Twitter and I saw it and I'm like, that can't be a professional Marvel comic.
No, like the eyeballs are completely off. Let me find this. I'm gonna find this. Don't worry, I gotta look at it. I gotta. Oh, here we go. The ugliest thing I have ever seen. I'll give you the. Do you want the Twitter link so we could give credit to the creator? I'll put it in the chat for you.
Oh, okay, yeah, I can grab
If
that.
that's easier. So, but it is some ugly trash.
Look at this.
Okay. At first glance, when you're zooming through and you're scrolling through, you immediately think, "Oh, it's a George Alexopoulos political comic."
I know that's right there, and not to bag on George, but that's his shtick.
No,
right?
but also, it's the color.
More comedy.
But the issue shows up that George will actually be able to successfully draw eyes correctly, because the first panel you can see the eye, Peter has a lazy eye.
He's got
Uh,
monkey eyes.
last
What
page,
comic is this?
Peter has two big puppy dog eyes, which make no sense from the previous. Like his eyes got actually bigger. Who's drawing this? Because it's
I
definitely
don't know, and I feel
it's not
so
Joe,
bad.
it's
that-
not Joe Romita Jr. That's for sure. He was
What
supposed
comic
to.
is this?
This is Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man.
Really?
Welcome to my nightmare.
Well,
This is
No,
my nightmare.
no.
I know. I
it's
know.
not as bad as the new Robin.
Oh yeah, no, but we're getting
Oh,
there.
Lord.
Okay, 'cause here's the thing: the new Robin reminds me of America Chavez, and this is like as soon as they start putting their top tier comic, like this is the comic that actually makes money. They give it this kind of art. Oh, you know they're going
Let's
down.
get another opinion on this. Clint Stoker,
Hey, I've got
how
opinions.
you doing, sweet cast?
Good. How are you doing? Congrats
Well-
on your campaign success. You're killing
Oh,
it.
thank you very much. Yeah, we're doing pretty well. Can't lie. So,
Yeah.
what do you think about this wonderful piece of art?
So I did see this today. I thought this was just some web comic,
Yeah,
but this is an actual published printed book, huh?
Yeah.
that's what Nerd Wonder says. I haven't seen it, so I can't imagine the editor that would allow this through.
Well, I can imagine the editor.
Did you see the last stuff that they let through? Did you see Border Town? Did you see America Chavez? Did you see the latest
Yeah.
Robin? I've seen it
No.
all. I've seen some
No.
hell. Okay. There are
This is why you guys got to get back to actually reviewing comic books.
okay, fine. Like,
'Cause
look,
nobody's doing it, and it's like
I
that's what this whole thing was started for.
Well,
Not
yeah,
my this,
Well,
that
okay.
whole thing that you're.
Well, I do it now. I do it now on my VTubes. Like I VTube stream, and I did it there on my Twitch. But I should probably just bring it back all to YouTube.
Clint, have you been reviewing comics at all?
I've never really reviewed comics.
Oh, really?
From time to time, I've maybe reviewed probably 4 comics in my entire YouTube career, but I'm making an exception for you, Mike. I'm excited to do a review for your book.
And I
But I will say this: this looks like someone put googly eyes on Peter Parker.
it is like the last one looks like he's. You know that cat that cries.
Hold on, Nerd One. I got to take issue with this. Austin P says modern comics aren't worth reviewing. You know what? All those guys with the 500,000 subscriber channels are doing reviewing stuff that's not worth reviewing. Stuff that's just so bad that no one should even watch it or comment on it. But yeah, they are, and they're doing great. Like and share, everybody. And yeah, sorry, we're gonna take one step back because we just kind of fell into this story, but we did want to actually watch the Private American video real quick. So let me grab this, see if I can. Let's go to YouTube so I can blow it up easier. And I believe you have the sound.
America's southern border has become a war zone. Human
is for Mike
traffickers,
Barron's
drug
Private
smugglers, and terrorists flow across the Rio Grande with impunity, secure in the knowledge that no one will stop them. A distant federal government lectures Americans on their privilege while punishing overworked Border Patrol agents who were helpless to stem the tidal wave of invaders and determined migrants. Second-generation Cuban-American Marcos Zamora is a military vet, more patriotic than most Americans. No longer able to ignore the chaos at his doorstep, he acts. Joined by his best friend Gus, they hit the border every night, saving lives while stopping violent drug cartels and other opportunists. The government reacts with fury at Marcos' attempts to preserve American sovereignty, deploying the full might of their enforcement agencies. But Marcos understands that the only thing the rich and powerful fear is bad publicity, and he records every encounter. Whoever he is, this private American must be stopped. Illustrated by Richard Bonk and written by Eisner winner Mike Barron, Private American is his version of Captain America, and maybe a little Punisher, taking part in this ongoing, violent, and very real battle of good versus evil in the war for American sovereignty. Grab your copy at theprivateamerican.com.
We have a secure border, and that is a priority for our administration.
Hey, I didn't talk over it that time, Mike.
Yeah.
Somehow sweet. Oh, what the heck is this? Millennial money.
It's
Alright,
maybe
camera's
we'll go
messing up.
next.
Get rid of that. So yeah, that's Private American. That's such a great trailer. Who did that trailer for you?
Chris Brawley.
Oh,
Wow.
Really? Okay, cool.
Yeah, I
cool.
like it.
Yeah, he just
That's
did an
nice.
article or interview with me about my about the
Yeah,
Shadiversity book.
Chris is a genius.
Yeah, that's pretty good stuff.
It's
So let's give it a refresh and see where we're at, because I don't think I refreshed it until you've been
this
doing.
stuff-
Oh yeah, up to 273 backers, $14,000. Nice.
Congrats.
How you
Nice.
feeling about that, Mike?
Well, we're headed in the right direction.
Yeah, upwards and forwards.
That's
So
right.
sorry, nerd. What were you saying before I so rudely interrupted you?
I don't know. I usually review all my reviews though tend to be of comics I really like. Though I did strike a deal once with my friend Corrupt to give him audio of a review I never showed. So he still has it of Border Town, the first issue, which I mocked because for some reason it was cathartic for me, which is weird because usually reading annoying comics really pisses me off. But for some reason that comic was so bad, I just couldn't be angry. I just looked at it and I was like, huh. Well, if somebody like this got into the industry, then what's stopping me? Like there is an erased
See?
hand
You see?
visible on the art. The art should have
Where's
been
that art?
arrested. So much dirty mess, just like that the current Robin comic, and you could see writing, scribbles on the paper where they and where they erased it on the new Robin
See,
page.
this art
Gee.
is inspiring to young artists like yourself. As well.
For all the wrong reasons.
That's why I'm
See
Yeah.
that Robin
This one
art.
actually just ticks me off mostly because it is a mixture of the same song and dance we've been through, but also that this is your flagship character. This is the character that actually makes you money, and you literally gave it like you already know. Like if that's what they're showing. If this is like how they're doing it, it's like you already know. They already know this storyline's crap. They
But
have
maybe
no-
they're doing this for, the people out there who don't think they're good enough, right? So that you're not
so they
trying
can
to
live with
aspire
all
to
the
be
misery?
John Byrne. You're not trying to aspire to be Joe Madureira or Steve Rude. Instead, you look at these published comics and you go, "Ah, crap, I can do that."
I don't like the fact that he's blubbering like a baby.
I don't mind if he cries or something, but it's like the thing is,
He's crying more than she is. Look at him. He's about to like wet his pants.
If you look at all the responses, they're all like, "But he's moved on." Most of the times, he's already moved on. He's like,
Wait a
pretty
second.
much like, goodbye.
Why is Gwen Stacy alive?
Yeah, that's the good question. They say this is what they're saying. Oh, this is the actual real Gwen Stacy. Oh, also look what she's wearing.
I can't
What?
see
You
what
know-
she's
This-
wearing.
The same clothes, same
The
headband.
death clothes. It's the death clothes. Okay, so iconically, she is only known for one outfit. This is how one single note her character was. The only outfit people can identify her with is the outfit she died in. In other words, her only claim to fame, the only thing that people remember her for, is dying. Mary Jane has 6 outfits that people remember her for, or at least 2.
I
So
can
yeah,
think of a couple.
yep.
So is Gwen Stacy her dead name?
Don't get me.
This is like honestly, it's really annoying, but it's because I think a lot of writers have already confessed that they liked Gwen more, so they keep bringing her back, and it's like, bruh, this ain't working.
So is this like Spider Gwen or something?
No, this is the real Gwen Stacy.
I don't understand. None of this makes any sense.
It never makes sense. It's them. It's probably she's a clone again, but she's
What?
all like, no, I'm a like I can't remember anything after the death of whatever, blah blah blah. And then it's like, oh my god, it's really you. But how are you here in this timeline? And it's like, no, she hella dead. And so it's like no, this is another clone. Oh no, how could that be after the 500th time? It's like, just make something new.
She looks like discount Gwen Stacy. But the other
Gwen
thing
Stacy
too,
was discount Gwen Stacy. She was trash. Bro, she was so stupid and dumb and annoying. I hated her. Nails on chalkboard.
Okay, nerd, pause. Clint, go ahead.
You're dead now. Well, I'm no artist, but look at the tear ducts. Your tear ducts don't really work that way. Like where there's a pool of tear around your eye. Isn't that not how you would want to draw it, Mike? But you,
That's no, that's not. That's
You know,
not.
this is the exact opposite of what Spider-Man used to offer, which is heroics and dynamic action.
Yeah.
that's true.
Yep.
This page, I wonder how much time this took to draw.
Yeah, this is how Spider-Man used to handle women.
Yeah.
There you go.
Give me some sugar, baby.
This is a nice panel because this is literally, as that person says, this is the panel that depicts that, yeah, like he's already moved on from Mary Jane. They did this 3 years after her death.
Yeah. Huh. I don't know. It just seems like they did the Spider-Gwen thing. I don't know. It's like let it go. Let it go.
They're trying to market her as much as possible. It's like, dude,
Yeah.
no, she's not interesting. Even Spider-Gwen isn't marketable. They've been forcing her into so many things, and nobody buys her toys. Nobody knows who's the F she is. They just know she was in that one movie. That's it. That's it.
Wait,
No,
Spider-Gwen was in a movie?
she was in
Into the Spider-Verse.
Into the Spider-Verse. Never saw it because
that's
Gwen
right. That's
Stacy
right.
was in it.
No, that movie
It's-
was good.
I
Mike,
know,
it's about CERN, man. CERN.
It's with I'm sorry, it's about it's with Spider-Gwen and
What is this?
people are
Somebody
already
made it there.
changing people are already changing their whole entire thing to this. It's like
Oh, that's too funny.
there's this what is it? There's this it's just like that panel that made Spider-Man look like a soy jack. So people started putting themselves
Soy
as
jack.
that. Yeah, it was like
Hey, we're back over 224,000. All right,
Yeah,
now
this looks like a real comic.
I don't have to change nothing about nothing. Yeah, Shadow of the Conqueror, Enemies of Self. Usually I would just start the show with this video, but it's like 7
Show it.
minutes long. It's 7 minutes, Mike.
What else have we got to
wow,
do?
you got a
What else have we got to do?
I mean, you got
We could talk about Clint. What have you been up to? You haven't been on in quite a minute.
Yeah, I have not been YouTubing much lately, but I've been was on the Alterna stream last night. We launched the Alterna Fall campaign.
Oh, that's doing well, right?
Yeah, I think it's off to a solid start. So
I think it's hold on.
Oh, take the mouse.
Let me see. Wait.
Look at the mouse.
If I go to trending comics. No, not Titan Mouse, just trending.
No, it's
In comics. Dang it, how do you do this?
oh, there it is. If you scroll down, there it is.
Oh, all right,
now.
all right. Well, look at that. It's trending in general instead of in. Hey, and there's Private American.
Hey, it's a good
Oh,
feeling.
where's Shadiversity? Oh, there's Graveyard Shift.
Shift, yay!
Graveyard Shift. No. Ah, there we are. There we are. All right, 224, 158. All right, let's go back up and check out Alterna. Tell us what were you doing here?
Yeah, so this is the reprinting of Downcast right now. So I'm kind of doing it a backward model. I've been releasing the trades on my own with my crowdfunded campaigns, and then Alterna is doing quarterly releases of single issues. So this is the issue that'll catch everyone up that has been following it from single issues. So they'll get caught up. So that's the last one for Alterna readers for a little while. And then there's a lot of great books out here. That Herbert H. Hoover book, I have not read it yet. It looks so cool, though. It's like a dude with a vacuum head. And his artwork just looks like 80s. Like, it's so good. But yeah, all these books are fun. But so yeah, it's been fun doing some affordable comics, reprints, floppies, all on newsprint.
How has Alterna? I literally haven't thought about them in years. Catch us up on Alterna.
So Alterna has changed a lot because they were getting regular distribution through Diamond, and right before Diamond kind of shut the industry down because of COVID, he left Diamond. So he's been right now. Alterna is selling direct to customers on their website, and then also the quarterly campaigns to launch new books.
Did you order anything from Alterna Mike?
Me?
Yeah.
I just said I haven't thought about him in years.
Oh, does anybody else
Come on,
order?
follow along, Nerd Wonder.
I've never seen an Alterna comic.
Oh yeah, they've
Yeah,
been
let's
around
give it a look.
for
Give it a look-see.
what,
They got
15
any,
years now, I think. But yeah, I mean, creator-owned comics. I like that he's doing some short boxes and stuff. Yeah, there's Blood Realm. It's Rob Geronimo.
My niece likes Mr. Crypt because he's a skeleton man.
Yeah, my kids love Mr. Crypt.
Can't kill Cade. My
Can't
son's
kill
at his friend Cade's house right now.
Steve on Cade.
He's unkillable,
So he's Deadpool.
I guess. What I mean,
Deadpool's based on Deadshot.
Well, I gotta go to bed.
Maybe he's the Burning
Oh, Mike.
Man.
I know.
Well, you made it for a half an hour, buddy.
Thank you, sir.
You got it. We'll keep you up on the thing. Mike Barron's Private American is on. It's right here, and it is in the description. So please do go and check it out and grab yourself some Private American if you have not already. Michael Barron, thank you for being
Thanks,
here.
guys.
Good to see you, Mike. Later.
see ya.
Yeah, this is funny. This is like an old school shilling stream now.
There you go. Yeah,
Fast.
and
Whoa.
no need to shill it. That is literally what I've been up to. So
Well, I mean, you might as well. You're here. Hi, Kevin.
Yeah.
Kevin's here too.
muted.
He did.
Yeah, well, I guess Kevin's not here right now. Mountain Pass Music says trailer is just good. Mahler is awesome. Andrew is boring. Who's Andrew?
I don't know.
So not gonna show Clint. Not gonna tell us why everyone needs Downcast.
I mean, you do need Downcast. That's for sure. I'm just saying that's not why I came on. But
Why'd you come on?
I guess that I'm here. So I don't like, seriously. This is super affordable. They're $2, $1.99 per $1.98. That's right, per issue. So you can get in there in the back end. You can get all issues 1 through 7 for super inexpensive. Get a lot of story there, and I don't know. It's just cool seeing creators get a shot. To me, Alterna is a good place for you to get your feet wet in the industry. So yeah, it's been really fun, and it works really well with crowdfunding too. I know I've had a couple publishers reach out to me after Fatal launched, and they just want it like for them. It's been kind of weird. So I just like the creator-owned aspect of it. After you do all the work of crowdfunding it and making it, making something of it. So
Still get to keep it at the end of the day.
yep, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and we gotta do something. Well, gosh darn, I'm talking like I'm back in the industry or something. Gotta be something to freaking support the retailers.
Yeah,
Without
It's hard.
them, this becomes so niche that it's all gonna just disappear.
boutique. Yeah, I do
It's
think
gonna be a niche of a boutique.
Literally
Yeah.
just
Yeah, I do think that there's got to be, and I've been kind of looking into this a little bit more, but like getting
You said
Getting
Herbert
distribution-
Hoover. Horace Hoover.
Horace
Not
Hoover. I'm
Herbert.
sorry.
Hoover damn.
I'm like, is this a biography or what?
It's a new book to me. Sorry, Horace. But look at that art. It's just fun. It's very like 80s vibe.
Yeah. It's
And
like
that's just
classic
one
coloring.
page, but when you get to a lot of his stuff, Fabrizio's the artist on this. He's so good.
Fabrizio what?
I don't even think I can pronounce his last name.
Because that's the guy.
Super
the guy
Italian.
that's doing the flatting on my book is named Fabrizio.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Could it
Oh,
be the same Fabrizio?
I wonder.
Yellow. I don't know. Let me look at it.
Italian bloodline is very strong with the comic
No,
industry.
no.
Different. I can't believe.
Costagliola. Costagliola.
I can't believe that there are two Fabrizios in this world. let alone
And
working
both
in
working in
comics.
comics.
It's Italy. What do you expect? Dude, do you know how many comic book artists are from Italy?
Sure.
It's
Yeah,
like-
this is an American. Oh, I guess he's an Italian American, I guess.
Yeah. Welcome to my people.
This
Yeah.
is Brian Ball.
Yeah,
That's a lot of
Brian.
stuff, man. Hey,
He's a popular.
right through that 90 there.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah. He's super popular too. Like this for him, this is kind of the same thing as me. It's like a republication in single issue format for him, and I think he's like the bestseller at Alterna. I think I'd have to like ask for solid numbers, but I would bet that he's the
I would be
bestseller.
so curious what the solid numbers are. Like, is this I mean, they've been doing it forever. Is he making money? Are the artists making money? Or is it just purely like getting your stuff out there?
Yeah, I think I mean I can only speak for me as far as sales numbers go, and for me, Alterna is definitely about just reaching new readers. It's just about reaching more people. It's not it's not a ton of money. It's a second printing for me, but yeah, I don't really know about everyone else's books. I'm just kind of looking at the campaigns. So.
I think the owner, I think this is his full-time job, but yeah,
Peter,
I think Peter Simetti, this is his full-time job, but
Yep.
he doesn't have many people on the payroll and stuff, because I think, yeah, it does fine. It does. He is getting larger, though. He was offered by Target if he wanted to. A while back, he told us about this, that he was offered by Target to sell his comics in the Target, but he turned it down because he would have to pay for every single issue that wasn't sold and stuff, and he was too small at the time. But he started putting them into dollar stores lately, so yeah, it's growing. He's just making sure to be cautious before he jumps.
Yeah.
Which is always a smart move.
All right. I just sent the link to Elliot. I supposed he wouldn't be able to come on because, boy, he's right in the track of hurricane. But he just texted me and said the winds are gusty but not terrible. So
Good.
maybe you can pop in for a minute and give us a storm report.
Yeah, I haven't talked to Elliot in forever.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
This is on a side note. I don't know if anyone else heard. Do you know that Coolio died?
Yeah, I was just told about that.
Rapper Coolio. Coolio from the 90s.
Coolio.
Oh my gosh.
Cool.
I was
He was only
thinking-
59.
Mysteriously died of a sudden heart attack.
Get out of town.
Gangster's Paradise, yeah.
Dang. I guess he didn't get shot. He got the shot.
Probably.
Uh-oh.
That's the first thing. They always say mysterious. It's weird.
Yeah, it's so strange. All this sudden adult death syndrome thing is really
He just collapsed all of a sudden.
Huh.
Oh, you kids.
We can't talk about that.
No, can't talk about that. Get to my stream.
Say a prayer for Coolio.
Yeah, Coolio's
Coolio?
family.
You said Coolio?
Remember
Sorry,
Coolio? He's got the wild, like, kind of spidery hair.
Oh, is
From the
he
90s?
the Gangster's Paradise fella?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
He's also an actor
they want-
every now and
they-
then. Was.
He's in Gangster's Paradise now.
So does that mean he's now in Gangster's Paradise?
He certainly is.
Gangster's Paradise is a euphemism. I hate to tell you guys, but the gangsters generally don't end up in paradise.
This is the term, like, like someone like Michael Jackson's bad. It's not that you're not really bad. You just cool, right?
Yeah.
Bad.
Anyway, I gotta go and run. I have to do a bunch of artwork. For my
Oh.
All right, Nerd Wonder.
You know, I go to bed really early, but I wanted to say hello.
Thanks for
It's
popping
good
in.
to see.
I'm
I like
glad
your
you came
animation.
on.
Oh, thank you. You have a great day, everybody. Bye.
Later.
You
See you.
John says, "Oh, sure, I show up and now Nerd Wonder leaves. I see how it is." Whisper Network. That's right, John. That's right. Any news on Jim Lee? Are you hoping for news on Jim Lee, Andrew? Is this what's happening?
Why would happen to Jim Lee?
I have no idea.
I didn't know there was news.
Yeah, got me. Jeff Potts says, "What about the Gangster of Love? Does he go to paradise?" I can't judge.
Who's that?
The Gangster of Love.
The Gangster of Love.
I think it's a song. No? Yes?
It has songs on it.
Kevin!
Hey, what's up?
You sound very excited to be here.
Oh no, I'm dealing with a lot of stuff off screen. My headphones wouldn't work. A couple other things are going on, and it's just very frustrating before I came on.
And what are you working on there, Kevin?
Trying to finish up the inks on that one redrawed page that I can't really show.
Oh, cool.
Oh, so you
So-
can't show it, so you
Love
want
those
to put it on screen.
faces. Just those faces.
Yeah, just the face. Well,
Wait,
I'm
we've
trying-
seen that bottom panel before.
you have. That's what I'm talking about. I
Like a
need to
bunch of
finish it.
times. So you can't show it because you don't want us to judge it.
No, it's not that. Durr. You're not supposed to see a certain character. That's what I'm.
Oh.
Oh,
All right.
There we
Don't
go.
worry, Kevin. By the time this comes out, nobody's going to remember.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. How many pages do you have left?
Huh? I'm working on the last couple of redraw pages, and I've got the supplemental cover that I'm working on right here.
Ooh, look
But
at
you can see
that.
but that's it. There we
That's
go.
it?
Yeah,
So you're
the
almost
color.
there?
Well, we gotta get the colors and stuff to do, or to wrap up. Got like 14 pages of colors or something. So
Wow. So you
There
are
we
almost. That's pretty close.
there we go.
We don't talk about it, Andrew.
No.
Yeah, there. I'll just leave a banner up so we don't see the bottom of the page. That'll work.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Did Coolio die from? Oh, I can't say that. All right. We're gonna get strikes. I don't want to see you get strikes.
Ladies and gentlemen, the gray one.
Edwin Boyett. Aloha. What's a
Oh,
good
there's
word,
Edwin
Mr.
again.
Miller?
Hello, Edwin. How are you?
I'm doing good. I spent the last 30 minutes reading through the Inflation Reduction Act, which is as
Why would
fun
you
as you.
do that?
Yeah, why would you do that to yourself? We just know it's garbage.
Well, I am essentially doing research for a congressional candidate,
Ah,
and so I actually need to go to primary sources because so many of the pundits and the commentators are absolutely worthless.
yeah.
Well, yes, that's true. else
Sheldon
would we
Martin
get our
Edwin
fake
should get an animated avatar. Okay, I don't know if I can keep this up for an hour though. Notice me, senpai.
Ba, 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 ba. Hey, so Edwin, what's going on? Do we want to do this?
I've just been watching Shadiversity
Yeah.
kick
let's
butt
go.
and take
2024.
names.
2026. Hey, we're just taking up some more. Link for Shadow of the Oh, it's not even on the screen. Link for Shadow of the Conqueror, ladies and gentlemen, is in the description. If you have not yet backed it, I don't know what you're waiting for, but it's killing it. It's killing it. So yeah, what happened today was way down here we had a tier. So what you're doing when you're building campaigns is you're copying and basically you're copy pasting tiers because
Mhm.
otherwise you have to input every single thing every single time. But what you also have to do is you have to be very careful that the stuff you need to take out and put back in. So anyways, I copy pasted a tier and I left some information in the description. So now we have, where is it? The signed limited hardback. Wait a second. No, not signed. The leather bound novel. You see how there's 0 claimed now? It's because I had to take down the previous tier because when I clicked on it, it's still the included items only said leather bound novel because I got that part right. But up here it said that you also got it, the signature and the thing, because I just copy pasted the signed leather bound novel, right? Because I'm an idiot. And so anyways,
No, I forget. Can you
that's why
add
we got
perks?
some refunds. What?
Can you add perks with Indiegogo? How does that work? Or is it frozen once you
can
launch?
add perks, but what you cannot do is change a tier.
Can you remove a perk? while
No,
the
well, I
campaign-
mean, you can add add-ons.
Okay, but
But
I
you
mean,
can't-
like, can you suspend a perk? Like if it's
Yeah, I did.
not
I made the other one invisible, essentially.
perk. Let's just say perk for the
Tiers.
next
They're
hour.
tiers.
Perk.
They're tiers.
It
Stop
says
saying
get this perk.
freak.
Get this perk. I see the button. It says get this perk.
Yes, you can change a tier as long as it's not backed. That is correct.
Yeah, she can get this perk.
Yeah, don't get tongue-tied and say a
we're
bad
going
word.
right down the gutter again. As soon as he shows up, to the gutter we go.
Clint Stoker.
What's going on, Edwin?
What are you working on these days? Are you doing comics or games? What are you?
Oh,
what are you doing?
I'm doing comics. The games sound fun though, man. I think that would be fun, but no.
Why do I think of you as a game guy? Did you do some kind of game at one
I
point?
think you're thinking of Zach, aren't you?
Well, I did a game once on Kickstarter years ago, and it was my first ever crowdfunding campaign, and it was a failure. And one day I will revisit that, I think, because I still think that was a rad game. But I would like rebrand it and make it like a Downcast game.
Oh, Della Rose had somebody with a game that was hilarious.
Hold on, let me just answer this question real quick. Dennis, had it been back? Yes, it had 49 backers. So don't worry. That's
All right, so Della Rose had somebody on that made a board game, and it was called Poz, P-O-Z. Portland Occupation Zone. And so you get a chance to play as one of these fruit booters, one of these Portlandy, kind of fruity, kind of radical people, and I guess your goal is to destroy Portland. Just sounded like a fun concept. Yeah, you can get paused. Get paused. That sounds fun.
That sounds like a worthwhile endeavor.
but it's closed. You can't back it anymore because it didn't make its flexible goal. Is it going to be? How are they doing it? I'll send Mike the link to it on Facebook. I have it right here. Except for, yeah, but this is closed and it did not fund. So is there a new one that's live?
He just had the guy on the other day. Oh shoot! I guess it got paused.
Womp womp.
He got nagged. Oh no!
Oh, here's pre-order on Shop. It's Stock Solutions. Oh, you can get it here.
There you go.
There you go. He's got like 200 copies of it. Yeah, that's nice. That's like Elijah. I don't even remember how many he made. I think he made like 100 copies of Masters of Mayhem.
Oh yeah.
Game found. Ban them. Dude, are you at tennis or not? Why don't you just come in instead of it's like trying to talk to us from the chat. Yeah, that looks funny.
Incel Riot is the name of the company. That's fun.
Incel Riot. All right, so what's Stoker's coming? Clint, what are you?
I've been continuing the Downcast series. Right now, I mean, I put out a Dracula book just recently, but like right now, I've basically put everything on hold to get Fatal finished and shipped out. So, and that was a book that is far too late. I'll be the first to admit that.
Who was your artist for Fatal?
That's Charlie Snogans.
Snogans.
Is it
That
his
name
fault?
sounds kind of familiar.
Is it all his fault?
Yeah, throw somebody under the bus.
Yeah,
you're done with your part, right?
Well, we're gonna get the book finished. That's what I'm gonna say.
That's the Christian answer.
It is really close. Like, and I know that people are chomping at the bit, but I think people are gonna really like it. So I'm excited about it. But the goal is to get it out by the end of the year, and then moving forward, I'm gonna rein things in a little bit. But I gotta finish my Downcast series, and I want to kind of write another novel. So I think that's in the future.
Good.
Now, are you at the point now where you're 100% creative, or do you have a side job too?
Oh no, I have a day job.
Okay.
Comics for me is really, I kind of accepted probably a little over a year ago that it doesn't make sense as a full-time job. I was really trying to get it there, but it's too volatile. And there's like, I can't I don't know. There's so many moving pieces and things out of my control that it was stressing me out too much. So it's, to me, it's you know, creative, but yeah, I've got a full-time job, so I can feed my kids.
Nice.
And yeah, that I don't have to depend on comics. It's purely just for fun.
Now,
and obviously, you know, I do make some money, thankfully.
Do you live in a part of the United States that actually has a reasonable cost of living, or do you live in?
Yeah, I'm in Utah, West Valley City, Utah. So it's normally pretty affordable, but lately, my goodness, just housing prices are going up. My house,
I believe everything's going up, Clint. You know what they call that?
Yeah,
In Utah, though, you can send your kids to the lead mines when they're like 10 yet. Have you considered that? Or?
the copper mine, yeah. We could do that, yeah.
Hey, you know what? I wanted to kind of throw a bone out here to a sort of a floundering campaign. Everybody give some love to Graveyard Shift Omega Storm, because really it's not quite doing that great, because
floundering.
Yeah, it's a 140-page book, and boy, if you look
how many days is he into this? This is kind of
3 days in, and
this is kind of flaccid for Malin.
Yeah, just fell right off the cliff there from 38,000 on the first day down to under 3,500. Yeah, so if you guys could, if you have it in your heart to help John Malin afford this, so he's not so he doesn't have to give up his malt liquor.
Charity.
Yeah, have a little
Christian charity.
Have a hot.
Is he drawing this one?
No,
I think it's all subcontracted.
He's hiring out. Okay, yeah, I didn't.
He's not writing, is it? Though?
He only had 41 people back at day 2 and 19 people back at day 3. Usually, you know, those first 3 days are like your nut, right?
And so, Clint, if you need to disavow the stream, you're more than welcome to do this. Right?
I don't know if you've been following things lately, but I'm really trying to be independent. So
nice. Well, that's the best way to go.
That's the way. That's the way.
If you can get some cross promotion from somebody, that's great. But you're not beholden to anyone.
Yeah, I got
Edwin. Let me refresh this and see if you got any new backers, and then you can give him a holler. Let's see, 436 to 436. Edwin.
Oh, Graveyard Shift. No.
All right, that's enough of that nonsense. Let's go. Boy, that's going to cost him a lot of money. Let's see. Billy Baxco says, is Monster Hunt Let's Get Cracking coming soon with Nexus triplets? Yes, that will be delivered to our fulfillment company on the 12th. So about 2 weeks from now, that should start fulfilling, which means I actually have to get those Nexus triplet. They're right here, the Nexus triplet books. I got to ship those.
Mike, here's a question for you that, and I didn't realize this until I befriended a couple of you comics weirdos. Why is the industry so flaky? Like everyone's campaign always has trouble with, like, there's some piece of it, right? If you're a writer like Stoker, getting your pages in, getting the pages in from someone is like pulling teeth. And like you trying to get
artists are flakes, dude. Just in general, I would say most artists are pretty flaky. What do you think, Kevin? Matt?
I think it's to put out the kind of work you want to. It's tough because you want to put in work, but at the same time you got to get done, and at the same time you got to pay bills. So it's like it's a catch-22, you know.
Well, I will simply say that I did not expect, if I had in the rear view mirror the knowledge of the health problems I've been having, I dang sure would have handled things a little bit differently.
Different.
Oh, sure. Kevin, you've been banging away this whole time.
Yeah, so I don't know. Some guys are, I'm used to doing certain things. When I was working for Marvel and things like that, I just did things a certain way. And, you know, getting sick and stuff, it really messed me up, and I feel really bad that I'm behind. And you know,
now, Kevin, before you started actually drawing finished pages, did you take the time and do layout drawings? I forget.
yeah. It's kind of as I go. You know, a lot of your layouts when you do them in a lot of different projects. Sometimes you'll do it in groups, like groups of 4, things like that. Or at least that's what I was doing when I was turning stuff into Marvel. I would do them in groups of 4 for every 4 pages and work like that. Oh man, I can't even explain to you some of the stuff that's going on. I don't want to talk about the actual details, but the health problems I've been having, I'm
Skylar White. Yeah.
I hate it. But no, a lot of guys on it, but a lot of people with certain campaigns haven't dealt with monthly or any kind of serious schedules, and they think that maybe some think that it's just all about the drawing, and it's not. There's other aspects of it and stuff like that, and maybe you can draw well but you can't ink well. Maybe you can't ink well but you can't color well, you know.
Would it have made, and if you did it again, would you have completely laid out the book first before you started doing finished pages?
Yeah, definitely. That would definitely be one thing.
Absolutely. Really? Well, I just like to start a page and just go beginning to end.
Yeah, well, I would have at least laid out doing layouts versus not pencils, but
just doing quick sketches. So
I wish I could work that fast, but it feels like whenever I start working on something, I really start getting into it. Something comes up, like the phone rings, or something needs to be dealt with, and I can't sit down and draw usually for like at least longer than maybe a couple hours at the most at a time. Yeah.
And then the pandemic, that was a whole other ball of wax when everything hit. Nobody could go anywhere and work. And
I forget, did you get the coof?
To me? I think I did. I think I did. I want to say that January, last January or whatever it was, that before it really hit, I think I was one of the first people in my area to get it. And it messed me up. I mean, I had something that I had never had before, and I can't verbalize it, but it was like the worst cough, and it would not leave. I had it for months, about a month, because I want to say, because we would do live streams, and I was just coughing constantly. Mike, you remember that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
around that time though, it seemed like everybody got sick.
Yeah,
and I was like, but I don't think it was COVID.
Yeah,
Mike, we helped Malin. Maybe we can help the R2D2 for life. If you scroll up a little bit, you'll see his message. He's trying to sell a highly collectible copy of Graveyard Shift 1 and 2, and he says that issue number 2 is mint and unread. So if there's anybody in this audience, or maybe even listening in replay, that says, you know what, I am the world's biggest John Malin fan, and I need a copy of Graveyard Shift 1 and 2, you just need to get a hold of R2D2 for life.
Yeah.
That may be
I didn't see this earlier, but I think this is why John Delarose doesn't want to come on, because he's relying on Comic Artist Pro Secrets channel to promote his next book.
Oh, good. Well, no, that's good, man. Get your bread buttered.
I think you're doing great by yourself, John. John is one of the few people in this familiarity space, besides the big channels who have been doing it right for the last 3 or 4 years. John's the only one whose channel is growing. He with like organic growth, making videos right, reaching out to new viewers, and creating his own audience that is not dependent on anyone else's audience. You know what I'm saying?
Delarose is navigating a complex market.
That's right. And I've been talking to some other people like behind the scenes, like trying to encourage them to do that themselves as well, because you really do you can't be beholden. It's not beholden. You can't be. Is it beholden? I don't. You can't just expect someone else's audience to constantly take care of your bills.
Yeah.
Right.
Mike Miller, be beholden those loquats.
Behold. Be beholden to no one. I don't know why I want to bring this up, but you know what's going on with that whole pipeline thing?
Yeah.
Dependent. Thank you, Jiminy Cricket. You want the link, Jason? Wait. Will
Delarore's-
Miller one day make a comic for famed Russian President Vladimir Putin? Will it be about his bear riding tendency? Probably not, but I will. Deadpool is my new favorite thing. I love Disney.
Did the Biden administration attack Russia's pipeline and blow it up?
Well, here's the thing. So,
that's an act of war if they did.
You know the pipeline, right? You know about
Yeah.
the pipeline. Well, Russia posted this. I can't remember where Jack Posobiec posted it, but this washed up. This is like an unmanned
Underwater drone,
UAV
underwater
submarine.
Yeah.
Right? And what I'm guessing is maybe one of them explosions that this very high-tech submarine clearly caused to the thing probably damaged it, and they could no longer control it, and it washes up like off the shore of, and there's a Russian freaking ship right there.
What a bunch of stooges. It's intentional, man. They're chomping at the bit for this type of thing.
Yeah, and then I hear these freaking pundits being like, "Oh no, Russia did it. I'm like, it's Russia's pipeline. Why the hell would they blow up their own pipeline? And then
didn't Biden threaten to
ABC,
do something to their pipeline?
This is the quote. President Biden: If Russia invades, then there will be no longer a Nord Stream 2. We will bring an end to it. Reporter: But how will you do that exactly, since the project is in Germany's control? Biden: I promise you, we will be able to do that.
See, man, they're chomping at the bit.
And then he couldn't find his way off the stage afterward.
Oh my gosh, those. No, you come down here, honey.
That is still amazing to me. Dude is obviously cognitive impaired. Like,
did you see the press secretary? She trying to explain it away. Oh no, it's something else. I can't even keep up with it. Like all of the gaffes and everything.
Oh, the one that looks like Raggedy Ann?
I think she was explaining.
She's great. She looks like a doll. That is the weirdest thing, seeing this woman comment on like national policy and like war, and she looks like some kind of like Raggedy Ann doll. It's the most bizarre thing.
By the way, my friend made this little GIF.
It's
hard to see. I can't really blow this up because it's on Discord, but it's on Tenor. So if you're on Twitter or Discord or whatever, just type "grab an ore" in the GIF file and this will pop right up there.
Well, I was just thinking, I think the problem that Comicsgate has made, so they grab the ore, that's good. But you've actually got to paddle with it. You can't just stick it in your hind parts. It doesn't work that way. You gotta row with it.
No, they're using it to beat the Comicsgate slums guys away from the lifeboat.
Clint, again, if you need to disavow,
he doesn't
feel
care.
free. Feel free.
I don't know. This is why I don't live stream very often anywhere. Is because it doesn't matter. But and that makes everybody mad, which is the weird thing. Like you're not live streaming. It's like I can't win no matter what I do.
I'm just saying, you don't have to be hot or cold. We won't spit you out.
Clint, the only way to win is to build your own audience.
Yeah,
is what you've done. So
yeah, I'm really, to me, and it's been a couple years that I've been really trying to stand on my own 2 feet. And don't get me wrong, I have friends I cross promote. I'm on with Eric and Vaughn and those guys a lot. I obviously have a contract with Alterna Comics, but I don't know. It's one thing to me, like if I'm able to stand on my own 2 feet and get what I get, that's where I'm at. You know what I mean? Like I don't want inflated numbers or anything like that. So
you just gotta be ready to throw some hands too.
No, the thing is, you don't. And I have found that too.
You just tell them, I'm Clint Stoker. Try Jesus. Don't try me. I throw hands.
Welcome to the chat, John.
We're throwing hands here, everybody in the chat. Hit that like and subscribe button. Listen, if you're a JDA derangement weirdo loser out there, your days are numbered. I'm coming for you. We're all coming for you. The JDA cartel is going to take you all down. I'm talking to you, Nerdette. I'm talking to you, Jedi Bill. I'm talking to you, RJ. You better repent.
Wait, Jedi Bill?
Yeah, Jedi Bill.
That doesn't sound like the most menacing name. Like
he's a fat slob who loves Star Wars.
It's like the Enchanter. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
When I hear Jedi Bill, I visualize Lark scooters and season passes to the Golden Corral buffet. That's what the imagery that Golden.
I came in hot, Edwin, and you just you just killed my buzz. You know?
Oh, sorry. You tell him, John.
Yeah. John, this is the new
Yeah.
Kayfabe John. That's what we'll change your name to. It's Kayfabe John.
You tell him, John.
Yeah.
Elrodimus Flash has an important question. This is a critical question. Mike, you should take this one.
My question about the grab an ore gif is which one is limp and which one is biscuit? Limp biscuit. I get what?
A little bit of a kind of like a Fred Durst Appreciation Society, maybe there.
Just bouncing a ball. Never mind.
Is that the death metal kid? Which one is the death metal kid?
The death metal kid? You mean Elijah?
Which is the one that's taking singing lessons to sing?
That's Elijah. Metal? That's Elijah. Yeah.
Is he here? Can he sing us?
No, he's not here. He's at church.
Oh, singing death metal.
Yeah.
Jesus, I love you, Jesus.
I don't know. When I was in high school, there's a big hardcore Christian straight edge band sort of thing that went through they went into the warehouse churches and they played their concerts there, and we moshed and all that. So that was a thing.
Have a good night, Sean.
What's that, Striper?
Striper. Yes.
Striper. All right, so let me see.
Did we shill for Clint? Clint, do you have a shillable product?
I did shill for. I did do the.
We did shill.
Yeah.
So
we can just show it again since Edwin hasn't seen it. Kind of gives you a reason to talk about it again.
Reason for the season. Yeah. Well, this is the Alterna campaign, and so this is Downcast 7 that's on the Alterna fall campaign, and this will catch you up basically. So if you're following the crowdfunded versions of Downcast, this is 100% caught up. So. You'll have to wait until the next trade comes out to continue the story. But yeah, it was funny because I sent out an email yesterday, and I actually had somebody say, "What? Where did this come from? I had no idea that you were publishing with Alterna." It was kind of funny because I've emailed that same list so many times, but you never know.
I picked it up because I saw Alterna, and I'm like, "What the hell? I'll grab Clint's book for $1.99 and see if it's good." And so I got it, and I really liked it, and then I backed all the rest of them.
Oh, thank you.
Did you get it in a comic book store? Or?
No, I don't think they're in comic book stores anymore.
Not anymore, no.
Yeah, okay. So I got it up there on their Etsy shop or something.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. That's really what it's about. Is just reaching new readers that don't want to pay crowdfunded prices. So yeah, it's been fun. A lot of cool books on here too. Again, Horace H. Hoover. I don't want to get his name wrong. The guy at the vacuum head. That book looks so cool. I'm really excited to read that one.
Vacuum head.
There you go. Brand new book. His art is so killer too. Like I've seen so many interior pages.
I was getting his friend to blow up with the guy.
Fantastic artist.
Well, the cover is cool. Does the interior hold up to the cover?
Yes.
Yeah, here's some interior.
There's one page there. Yeah. I've seen
All right,
quite
that's
a bit.
kind of
on
quirky,
YouTube.
but that's cool. That's actual art. That's cool.
Yeah, it's like straight 80s coloring too. I love that.
Yep. Yeah.
And stained. It's like a used comic.
Yeah,
Nice
I
use
think-
of action lines around the on the bottom right panel. That's nice.
Totally. Yeah, it's fun. Fabrizio's cool dude. It was kind of fun. I went out to the Plastic City Comic Con by Boston and met up with a bunch of Alterna creators. Met Fabrizio there, and it was super fun. That was my first convention. So far, only convention.
Wait, his name is Fabrizio?
Fabrizio.
Like the smell good stuff? Fabrizio.
No, that's free
Just
breeze. Febreze. It's not Fabrice. Sheldon, yeah, actually, you're right. He's not at church. He's usually at church, but tonight he's a friend of ours is actually moving back or going to this. It's like a live-in church thing where you. Anyways, he's leaving, and so they're doing a goodbye party for him, and so.
Mike Wilfred Brimley has been putting in some work, and we haven't acknowledged him, but he's been chatting it up.
Bear riding tendencies? Oh, because he rides. Yeah. Yeah, Putin's a badass. I stand with Russia. I'm supporting Russia in the war, and I hope they destroy Ukraine completely because they're a bunch of Nazis. So
Well, not completely.
obliterated. Yeah.
Eastern Ukraine is pretty much Russians.
Yeah, I want them. Yeah, I hope they get their Russian land back. That's fair. Yeah.
People seem to forget Kiev was literally the capital of Russia.
There's my hot take.
There's your
Hot takes. Wait, what? Yeah, there's so much fake news going on about all of that. It's like, where do you even get like the
Everything's
real
fake. You can't get
Yeah.
real news about anything anymore. So I stopped watching the news.
Yeah.
And I just watch Ripa and like Nerdrotic. And that's it. And I just all I care about is Amazon Lord of the Rings because they tell me to. So
Nice.
Yeah, but like even actually, where's John? Drop your link in the chat so I can bring it up too. But even the pipeline, like I said, it may not be Russia's pipeline. It's the Russia, German, whatever the pipeline. There's literally zero reason because the natural gas is going in one direction. That's from Russia to Europe, right?
oh yeah, they're gonna freeze
So
this winter. And that's the thing. It's forced Europe to fight Russia this winter so they can get natural gas.
Right,
That's what this is all about now.
My point is,
Yeah.
all Russia would have to do if they didn't want to continue delivering natural gas was turn off the source.
Do you think we did it, Mike?
Do I think what?
Do you think we did it? You think we blew it up?
I'd give it a 90% chance.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Germany's not going to freaking do it.
No, they wanted the natural gas.
Yeah.
You know the
Who's going
funny
to do
thing,
it? The Norwegians?
and here's the funny thing. Let me share our screen because people are, well, we'll just put more sanctions on them. I'll give them sanctions.
Here, just give me my phone.
So here's
the
United States dollar to the ruble, and you can see where they got a little bit of the koof decline, right?
Uh-huh.
And
Where
then-
in this chart did they go on the gold standard?
Well, let's go to the 1 year mark.
I mean,
see
not
where they,
not the dollar, because we
all right,
didn't.
but that's where you see where I'm hovering right there.
Yeah.
They have to drop off when the sanctions go in place, but then reality starts creeping in as most of Europe. Oh, but we get all our petroleum from Russia, and then what happens? So that's we're coming up on 9 months of sanctions on Russia, and that's the product.
Okay, and can you show me on this chart where it was Russia and China agreed to no longer use the greenback as the petrodollar?
That's I'll have to look that up. We'll come back to that.
I don't know if this is real news or not. But if it is, this is going to excite Edwin because Edwin cares about important things.
Nice.
McDonald's is changing the game yet again after announcing they will be selling adult Happy Meals that come with nostalgic toys.
Now,
Yes.
could we get
That is not a child-sized Big Mac.
could we get Could we get some Omega Storm collectible figures in there? Because I believe like that would take it to another
the next level. Yeah, I hope so.
And seeing as how it takes some of those books so long to come out, I mean, people are certainly nostalgic for them. I'm certain.
Oh my god, this is cooming to the next level. Oh my god.
Mountain Pass Music says it's about time.
Hey, what's this on the screen?
Oh, speaking of a product you should get excited for, Overmind. Right now, I've actually got the proof copy in hand, so I'm waiting on the shipment of the actual books. We hit $40,000 on this overnight last night. So
wow, $40,000, dude! You're doing about as well as John Malin over there
I'm literally doing as well as John Malin, which is kind of crazy, to be honest.
Actually, you're doing better since his first day, right?
Well, not really, because I'm at the very end of this. Yeah.
Yeah, but no.
So he's gonna do a lot more. But I mean, keeping pace with John Malin is it's kind of crazy. I never expected that to happen, and it's been a good year. And of course, we delivered this digitally. Everybody says it's a fantastic book and my best so far. So I'm very excited about this. I'm thinking about expanding this into like a expanded universe like sort of thing with like a bunch of different properties like that are all in this, because I don't know. I like the sci-fi thing. Everybody does a superhero universe, but nobody does a sci-fi universe. You know what I'm saying? So
well, it all sort of is, right?
Except for Star Wars.
It's really funny because all like the original superheroes besides Superman, they were all horror characters, horror and sci-fi characters that got merged into a superhero universe.
So it's interesting. Yeah, this is a lot of fun. We got Aaron Lepresti do the cover on this one. And I don't know. I've asked Terry Moore to do the next one. He's agreed to do it, but I have to pay him an exorbitant amount of money. So I don't know if I want to do that. Is Terry Moore worth it? What do you guys think?
Build your audience. Build your audience.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're willing to like just break even on it or something, and then just have it as backstock to just keep selling over the years. That's also.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to break. It's not going to change the break even marker. At all, but I mean, just like the amount Terry wants to charge is just kind of crazy. So
what about Weldon? Weldon does.
I don't know that he'd bring me. I don't know that he'd bring me that many backers. You know what I'm saying?
Probably not.
Yeah,
crowdfunding is like a totally different animal than the actual comic book industry.
Yeah,
that's true. I learned I'm never gonna like make a cover without a hot girl on it again.
You know who
like,
you might be able to hire
100%.
pretty soon?
Who's that?
John Malin.
John Malin. I've already got a John Malin cover though. So
yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant for interiors.
Oh, for interiors.
Yeah.
Get some discount pages.
Yeah.
Terry Moore draws women far better than Aaron. Yeah, I mean I'm a big Terry Moore fan.
Actually, if you have a colorist, and you could sweet talk them into it, Flash could do you an amazing cover.
Like Yellow Flash?
Watching any of our Elrod. Have you been watching any of our draw streams?
No.
Dude, Flash has made some amazing stuff.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I know this is totally off topic, but I did want to bring it up. Coincidentally, a new Norway EU pipeline opened up the day Nord was attacked. And maybe it was Norway then.
Are the Norse tricksy like that though?
They're Vikings, bro.
Well, yeah, but that's more like they would attack like the wellhead or Russia itself, right?
Yeah, in wooden boats.
Yeah.
What if it was China trying to stir up trouble?
China. I don't think China would do something that was not in Russia's best interest.
I don't believe that Norway
I don't think
would do
starting
that
an actual war with Russia is going to be beneficial to anybody.
He'd get an Elrod cover. Interesting. Yeah, I'm definitely looking for cover artists that'll like sell extra books at this point. So it's kind of an interesting. That's kind of where you go with it.
Score. Sheldon says, "I'd get an Elrod cover." There you go. Does Norway possess the capability to blow up a steel concrete reinforced pipeline 200 feet underwater?
I think Norway outlawed explosives. They're a weird
and
socialist country.
honestly, I haven't
Well, you
paid.
could do it with a depth charge.
I feel like Norway is kind of past its peak.
You think so? You think they
Yeah,
peaked?
I think they peaked a few centuries back.
Their birth rate has peaked, that's for sure.
Oh yeah,
A while ago.
Well, oh, man, all of the United States though is got an impending, like Hawaii. I think has the number 5 top birth rate, and we're below
I saw you
replacement
posting that
level.
on Instagram. Yeah.
Yeah. The United
Oh,
States
we have an
is
impending baby boom because of the.
no,
what?
an implosion. Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah, people are going to start making babies in the middle of like this horrendous inflation. That ain't going to happen.
Wait. How many months ago was it Roe versus Wade was overturned?
What's that now?
How many months ago was Roe versus Wade overturned?
Oh.
We should be expecting a boom pretty soon. What about 5 months from now? Something like that? We'll have a nice little baby boom.
I don't think we're going to see it, man. I don't think we're going to see it.
I think we will in a few states.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see. I don't know. People are less interested in having families or relationships now, though, too, that's kind of frightening to me.
It's dumb. They've been sold on this whole, your career should be your relationship. What?
Yeah, or just like video games. Like that's your life.
I can't wait for my career to hold my hand on my deathbed.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
Have you the beautiful ones? There's the experiment that the Secret of Nim was based off of. You guys hear about that on the mice? That was crazy of what it says with population and people opting out.
Oh my gosh, almost there.
Yep, almost at 225.
Hey.
Sorry, Clint.
No, you're good. Congrats, Mike. Ooh, I do have to get running, but congratulations on the campaign. I did back it. I'm excited for it.
Awesome. Thank you, sir.
And
give yourself another shout out on this before you run away.
Yeah, check out Alterna Fall 2022 campaign. Lots of great books here and fantastic creators. I really do love these guys.
Link is in the chat.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
You got it, buddy. Thanks for coming on.
Okay.
Unblock me on Twitter.
Don't you tweet me on Twitter?
So I got banned a year ago, and you've still got me blocked. But then I got unbanned on my main account, and you've got me blocked on my main account from 3 years ago.
You did send me my home address, so
I'm sorry.
That's what it came down to.
Wait. Let's get a verbal apology here.
I'm sorry, Clint.
No, he did send me an apology through Facebook.
Well, he just said he was sorry again. That was nice.
I do accept your apology, so I really do appreciate that.
But I will. I'm happy to promote your stuff, Clint. You really do good work, and I think you're one of the good guys out there. So
thank you, appreciate it. Yeah, good luck to everybody, and stay strong, doing good stuff.
All right, brother. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah,
good seeing you.
Yep. Bye.
Mike, can you see that?
What am I seeing? I see.
I'm sharing my screen, I think, but it may be kind of funny because I'm in StreamYard too.
Oh yeah, that's coming on.
So that was this. Elrod did this on Hobbit Day, which was last week. We performed.
That's pretty legit.
Yeah, so that's like in an hour and a half. Gandalf and Bilbo. Yeah. So Flash has been churning out some good stuff live.
Yeah, it makes me want to do Drawn and Quartered again.
Right?
One of these days. Oh, Jeff Potts in the chat shilling his own book. Jeff.
You could do Drawn and Quartered Omega Storm next week. Help out
Oh crap! We were gonna do Drawn and Quartered Shadow of the Conqueror this week. I totally forgot about it.
Well, the campaign's still going, so it's not like you can't pick the next week or two or something like that.
That's true. Nobody reminded me. Why didn't anybody remind me? Actually, somebody reminded me on Facebook, but no.
I honestly didn't know we were doing it this week. I knew you would consider doing it. You were running it across us last week, I think.
All right, let's go right now.
Really?
If you're going to do it right now, you should do a graveyard shift. You should do a graveyard shift episode.
I actually haven't backed this yet. So which cover should I get, Mike? Should I get Miller the Light, Miller Dalen, Kanan White or McGrath? What cover should I get?
Which one do you like the best?
We'll put them up. Put them up on the screen.
Let's
criticize
let's
Mike's
make an
work.
informed decision here. Because I'd like to be the one to get you over 225.
All right.
If somebody else doesn't do it already.
This is the light, which you have.
I like that
Dalen
one.
Exploding in light there. This is Dalen, which is Dalen jumping, and then like the hordes.
That's
Actually, there's
pretty
hordes
cool. The
This
light's
is-
got cooler colors, but the Dalen one has a better just like visual for a cover, I think. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
And
Okay.
Kanan's, which is
Kanan's
obviously
pretty
awesome.
legit.
Yeah.
Kanan's is a little Prince Valiant there. Go back to that.
Yeah.
I get a little Prince
sorry, Mike.
Valiant
I'm going
from
with
that.
Kanan.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, great. Jeff says I bought Mike's cover because I am an insufferable sucker.
Nice.
Oh, that's what you're
Nice.
doing. You're sucking up.
I am
You know
not
what?
tipping Indiegogo. Why is Indiegogo
know.
default to make you tip them? What the heck?
I know, right? That's so stupid. Let's give some love to our good friend John Malin. He's got 436 backers. Let's give it a refresh and see if he's got any more. 2 more backers.
Yeah, he's on the show. He's on the show right
Congratulations.
now.
Clearly, that's
So.
all me encouraging people
Oh, is he streaming right
to
now?
back his book.
Yeah, he's on the Comic Artist Pro Secrets channel right now.
I was going to say,
Oh,
invite him
oh,
in to come
there you
shill
go.
his book. Send him a link, Mike.
But I
Hang
backed
on,
it, but it hasn't shown up yet.
Let me practice glowering like Shane Davis. Do you feel it?
All right, let's see.
I need a goofy hat, I
How
think.
come I backed it? Why is it not showing up? What's going on?
It takes a minute. It takes a
Stupid
minute.
Indiegogo.
Angry about
Let's refresh it. See if you can get us over to 225. No.
There's me.
Come on, John.
Didn't move the dollar.
Did it
Come
move
on,
this?
Mike. Come on.
It moved that. Yeah, one
It
went
did?
up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It takes like a minute to click this up for some weird reason. No, not yet. Not yet. Comics Bear says it's nice that Mike is promoting John's book. Yeah, you know. I'm willing to help the little guy.
Mike, is this one of your? This is one of your crypto guys. He
Yeah.
says hello,
All right.
everyone.
What's up, Joe Rod? Did he buy a page? No, I don't think he bought a page. All right, let's give it a fresh.
I bought
fresh
the Keenan
refresh.
White cover.
Oh, so
I just.
close.
Oh, I need to like add an add-on to like.
Brandon said, I bought the one comic, one novel, and put a Mike cover on the comic and Kanan cover on the novel. That's
That's a good way.
brilliant. Brilliant.
2 minutes until I'm unsuspended from Twitter, guys.
I thought it was like 48 seconds a while ago.
It was 48 minutes. Yeah,
Oh,
counting down the minutes.
so what are you going to do with your power? What are you going to do with once your Twitter posting is? Will you be telling someone what's up? Will you be seeking validation? Will you be informing? Will you be shilling? What will you do?
I'm gonna in all caps go ha 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 ha. I'm still here. Suck it, SJWs is what I'm gonna type. So
Just don't type, and if you got the jab, you're probably gonna die. Sorry, Kevin.
yeah, sorry, Kevin.
What?
That sounds good.
You have like these. You have
Did
these like
Coolio get
spike
the jab?
proteins. Yeah,
Did Coolio get the job? Does anybody know?
the rapper.
Yeah,
I would assume.
because he's.
I'm just gonna assume. Anytime anyone-
He probably did.
He's passed from the
Anytime
mortal
anyone
coil.
nowadays just drops dead of a stroke or heart attack, I'm just like,
Coolio died like recently.
Today.
Today.
Done.
hey,
Oh no, at 59. Oh no.
Yeah. Coolio. Yeah.
come on. Is John Malin going to be the one to get us
Yeah.
over to 225, or does someone in the chat want to be that brave man or woman? I don't discriminate, just as long as you're not something in between. That I
Deserve.
discriminate against. I mean, I'll take your money, but don't tell me about it.
Take the money and run.
Coolio got shot by the shot. That's right. That's
Bam.
right.
He was funny on the director's cut of Daredevil.
Daredevil.
What?
Yeah, he was. There was a subplot in the Ben Affleck Daredevil movie that they had cut
for
out.
Pete's sake, you actually watched the director's cut of that horrid trash?
It wasn't horrid, man.
That
It was
movie
pretty
was
good.
horrible. What are you talking about?
There were certainly bad parts of it, but it wasn't horrible.
Oh my gosh, I erased that from my mind because it was so bad.
know, man.
Yeah.
Thank
I'm
God
telling you,
for
the
the
director's
Netflix
cut of
Daredevil.
that
It
movie
really
was
scrubbed that Ben
fun.
Affleck thing
It
right out
did.
of my memory
I
banks.
might want to watch that again.
Don't
That was a good
remind
show.
me. Jeez
Oh.
Louise. How dare
Mike, did you watch
Kevin?
Samaritan?
Oh, I didn't get around to Samaritan either. I
I
meant to,
saw
and
it.
I forgot about it.
What'd you think? What'd you think, K-Dog? Yay or nay?
It was good. It was a little simplistic.
It was basic, very basic.
Yeah, very basic, and but I liked it. I mean, I liked the twist that
Yeah,
he thought
the
up
twist.
for it, and I mean,
Wait,
if it was a
Kevin, did you not see the twist coming?
did I see it coming? Somebody beat me to the punch, but my fiance called it before I did, so I feel a little bit embarrassed.
And,
that I
and how
didn't
long
see it
into
as
the
a-
movie did she call it?
Probably about 15 minutes in.
Do you remember the cartoon at the beginning?
Yeah.
That's when I called it.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
As soon as he said they're twins, I'm like, oh, he's the other brother.
Oh, okay. All right. Fair enough.
Just
Fair
like
enough.
this is we're actually talking to Steve S. Miller. He actually murdered the good Mike 25 years ago and took his family and wife, and that's who we've actually been dealing with, the evil version of Miller the entire time.
Yeah, spoilers. Collector's Express says I saw that twist coming a mile away, and he's got a Prime toy. Kevin, look,
What?
that's Prime from
It's
Ultraverse.
is it?
Isn't it?
Is it? Is that Prime?
Sure as heck looks like it.
Collector Express. What is that toy, sir? Tell
Yeah,
us.
that's Prime. He did that himself.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he does customs, and he's sold several of those, and they're pretty awesome. He's a friend of mine.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. There's your Prime.
Oh, now what do you think about this? What would this sound like? What would this sound like?
Stallone should do The Dark Knight Returns. I don't know. It's really funny because even though I didn't like Michael Keaton as Batman,
Batman.
I really think he would make an awesome Batman for Dark Knight Returns.
Oh
He's
yeah.
starting to look like him.
Wow, 17 of my followers were suspended while I was out. So Twitter's on a Twitter's on a roll. It's election season. Oh right.
Yeah.
Oh, Twitter. You know what? They have, every time I try to log in, or not log in, but I try to just open up a window. I have it logged in already, but it won't load my Twitter. And then it says, it's weird. Try to refresh it. And I did nothing. They said log out. And I'm like, wait, why would I log out if it's not logged in? Why would I have to log out? Right. So I don't do it because I think if I do that, I'll be kicked out or something. I have a feeling, yeah. I can look at it on my phone. I can look it on my phone, but I can't look it on my computer. So
wow.
I don't know. Yeah, it's weird.
Just in case
Matt, I haven't heard from you probably in a few years. How you doing?
Here's the plot twist. Here's the plot twist for you, gentlemen. What if Batman's been the villain the entire time? Because for most of his history of publication, he's been involved in child grooming.
Yes. Now confirmed by the fact that all of his Robins are bisexual.
Wait, that's true. He made them all gay.
Yep.
He
Hey,
gayed 'em
Robin.
all.
Kevin.
Robin, put on these shorts. But why? Oh, it's
Love those
very
shorts,
important for
Robin.
fighting crime.
They did that with they did that. What is it? Kevin O'Neill? The martial law comic.
I don't
book.
know, Dennis. A few hours ago.
The martial law comic. They had a guy who was supposed to be like Batman, and they had him like abusing the the boy wonder.
Oh my
that he
gosh,
had.
I totally forgot about that. That was such a good comic. Have you read Martial Law?
No.
No.
Oh my gosh! My friends have been telling me to read that for like the last month.
Dude,
Yeah,
I looked
it's
for there's
insane.
like a deluxe edition like hardcover of it, but it's like $400 on Amazon, so I'm not gonna
oh
pick it
man,
up. Yeah.
I wonder if it's in the comics that got destroyed.
Let's just pull the lens back on Batman. I mean, think about this again.
I don't know that I like the art on it though, from what I've seen. So
An Epstein-like billionaire.
Hold on. The art.
We're talking martial law.
We're talking about martial law right now.
Yeah.
Hold on. The art. Let's draw it. Bring it up for those who have not seen
Martial Law. Is this a graphic novel?
Law. Yeah, these are graphic novels. I think it was.
You gotta look up like a comic because
Is
just
it
martial law.
Yeah. Well,
He's the artist for League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Yeah, but he did a different style in this. It was kind of weird.
Yeah, I love this stuff he's doing in this one because he's like the old one. He like
you know what?
watercolor.
Let me just do the
Well, you
images
had it.
because there's some nudie bits and stuff in it. So.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it is a little
violent.
Oh no, it's extraordinarily violent. The art is a little stylized. Let's just call it.
Yeah, that's not my jam right there.
But no, dude, it's so funny. I mean, it's
I love it because
it's like
there's some parts that look like this right here. It looks really rough. I actually like it though because I don't know. I appreciate this kind of art more now than I used to. Now I actually miss this kind of art but it's so visceral. But I love his watercolors or gouaches, whatever he uses. But I met him in person. I met him one time in Vegas. He's really cool.
Is this supposed to be kind of like in the style of, or kind of a riff on Judge Dredd, or?
Yeah, a little bit, and a little bit like, it's like sadomasochistic Judge Dredd, I guess. It's just like.
Yeah,
he's the super.
He spends every issue saying like all he wants. He just spends his time looking for it because he exists in a world of superheroes, right? So it's like if Judge Dredd was in, the Bad Boys universe, right? And he's going around and all these heroes are doing bad stuff, so he's killing them, and then at the end of every issue he's like, I'm just I'm always searching for a hero and I never find one.
Yeah, because it's like the Boys show, the show I never watched, but it's called The Boys. Basically, it's this guy takes out people who are like the Boys, like these big superpower dudes who are like that one dude is vicious. He takes them all out. And he has barbed wire on his arm because he's like a super soldier, but he has to have constant like pain for him to his powers to kick in. And
the cheapest one on eBay is $100. My God.
Dang.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Man, I got a bunch of his books. But yeah, there's one line in the back of the book says, "They told me to pray for my enemies." Because I do pray for them. I pray they go to hell.
No, it's crazy good. It's good stuff, man.
Kevin O'Neill,
if you can, I don't know how you'd find it. It's
back issue bins. This is where I go.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be a good idea. I should go dig around. Because
if they're going for that martial law secret tribunal set, that's a spin-off. How many issues were there?
I don't even remember. I don't even remember who published it. I thought it was Dark Horse, but
it was DC. It was Epic. Yeah, Epic. Yeah.
It's a cool deconstruction, I guess.
There's at least 5 issues. And it looks like
this was like the Boys way before the Boys was a thing.
Yeah, it totally is. It's like
the thing is, this was 1984, Edwin. So all the stuff that like seems like a cliche about dark and edgy superhero parodies now, like this did it before all that was even existent. This was like the first one.
Yeah.
It's all Solomon, man.
This was groundbreaking stuff back then.
This is pretty much like what the Boys is doing right now. This is but he's taking out the trash. And what I like is there's one superhero that flies. It's like the most jerky, gross thing. He'll like fly over people and pee on them. Like that's like that's the kind of crap that these superhero people are doing. Like they're degenerates, right? They're just like taking advantage of their powers.
And you gotta, I mean, I know the artwork is super stylized, but man, it's like I love it. It's like not the sort of thing I'd usually love, but because it's, I don't know, maybe because it's something I read when I was a kid.
You get the issues for $40. It looks like.
Oh man!
Wow, I didn't know it was that much. I bought a bunch of them.
Someone has to republish this.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's one that's on a bid for $12. I might buy that.
Who's the artist again?
I don't even
Kevin
remember.
O'Neill.
Is he still around?
Yeah. He did the
Oh,
League
yeah.
of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Isn't he the one
With
that
Alan
did
Moore.
Trencher? Or was
No,
that-
that's Keith Griffin.
Yeah,
Oh,
Keith
right.
Giffen. Yeah.
Keith Giffen. Sorry.
I dislike single issues though. I try to get the nice collected.
Did you read this when you were a kid, Kevin?
No, a buddy of mine. I had a best friend who read those. I was always the guy that liked the superhero stuff, and he was always the one that liked more like the Punisher, Judge Dredd, martial law,
Yeah, look at that
all that
cover.
stuff.
Yeah, that's Dark Horse. See, so it did make
That
it.
cover
over
is
Dark Horse.
awesome. Yeah, there's a bunch of miniseries.
Yeah, he did a
Elrod
bunch
is
of,
saying
like,
these are in dollar
secondary
bins.
ones.
He's found them in dollar bins. So
Nice.
Yeah, but you can't like count on finding the whole series in dollar bins.
Right.
That's the problem with that.
You know what? I'm the kind of guy who I don't have to read a whole series. I can just find one book in the middle of the story and read it and be like, cool.
Oh, that drives me crazy. I can't do that.
Yeah, I don't even have to read. You know what's sad? I don't even read a lot of these books because when I start reading them, I'm heartbroken about how bad it's written. But I got to say, martial law is really well written. It makes you laugh like crazy reading. You're like, oh my gosh.
But you know what I kind of see in this? I kind of see image before image. If you look at some of these, if you look at some of the styling.
That's awesome.
Yeah, a lot of the 80s stuff from like Epic and
Look, they're all pouched
Eclipse
out. I mean, this is
and all that. Yeah.
Yeah. Epic was doing like Mobius comics too. At the time.
So this is you're looking at here at the spiritual inspiration for Rob Liefeld. Is it Liefeld or Liefeld? I always forget.
Liefeld.
Liefeld. Yeah.
And Mike, you know him, don't you?
I know Rob. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I met him for the first time at Comic-Con this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
He
I
was
talked
super
to him.
nice when I met him. Yeah.
Yeah, he was cool.
He's got a sense of humor. Is he a manlet? I forget.
No, I think he's like 5'9".
I think he's a little
5'10".
taller than me. Not much though. Yeah.
Yeah, he's about my height, but I'm about 5'8" and a half or something.
Yeah, I think he's a. Oh, this is a Mignola, right? Looks like Mignola. Maybe not. Someone trying to do Mignola. But...
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think the reach exceeded the grasp there.
Oh, you know the artist I like?
Design, dude. It's
Oh.
R.I.P., but it's like the Punisher and with the flag.
Captain America.
So
U.S. agent, isn't it? Almost.
Yeah, that's what it looks kind of like. Yeah, the black outfit, the U.S. agent. No, it's some liners in there, one-liners that are so good because he's like takes out these really corrupt superheroes, and it's just like it's pretty good. They do some messed up things, like one guy. There's a big giant hulking guy, and I can't remember what it's like he is doing, or one of the guys are hiding inside of the body, like it's on a meat processing plant. It's pretty messed up, but it's drawn so cartoony that you kind of like, you know, the goriness is not like too much, you know what I mean? Because it's cartoony. I think maybe that's why it works with the story, because if it was realistic looking, it would just be like, oh, this is too graphic.
Golden Age, Silver Age, welcome to the Lead Age.
Mike, you got a germane question.
Mike, is there a way to get Shadow of the Conqueror signed by you? I'm a California local, so that might be easier compared to Shad in Australia. Yeah, come on by. I'll sign it.
Let's go, California locals. It doesn't really mean much though. You could be up in like Eureka.
Yeah.
It's good.
Do both.
I mean, not right off the bat that I can think of, but you know, it's possible. Not on the campaign though. It would have to be an aftermarket thing.
Yeah. Oh, Mike, do you know who Jason Pearson is?
Oh yeah, I know Jason.
Yeah, man. I love. He's doing new body bags. He posted up on Instagram a new page he's working on.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's like in the between process.
Edwin, you have to read this in the best martial law voice possible.
Oh, hang on a second. Let me. Eventually, the heroes came home, crazed by war and their strange powers. Many were totally out of control. Somebody had to deal with them. You knew how to do them. You knew what they needed. That's
Let them
pretty.
eat lead.
Yeah.
And then on the walls, let them eat lead.
Yeah.
Let
Wow.
them eat cake.
You
This is great. Santa Claus. It was classic, man. Classic.
Yeah.
Anyways, all right, back to modern comics you can get. Elrod says Mike will have a meetup at McDonald's to buy him a burger. I don't eat Mac crackles. All right.
More like
He's gonna
a,
get the adult Happy Meal.
like a burritos or tacos or
Yeah.
pho.
Or pho.
Yeah.
John, you didn't do the thing.
I'm sorry, I tried.
You tried. All right. All right. We will sit here at the precipice of $225,000. Meanwhile, let's check back in on John Maylands.
You got a couple new backers on the show. So.
Yeah. 238.
Yeah, he's going.
See
He's
where
rolling.
He's going. 440. Nice. Got another 2 backers. Very good, John. Congratulations.
Is John? Is he writing and drawing or just writing this one or what?
I believe he's just paying for it.
Okay.
Oh no, it is. He did.
No,
write
he says he's writing it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't know John could read. All right. Mike's meetups are at Taco Bell. Mike, lies. Billion serve. We all eat McDonald's. Nah, I'll tell you what. When was the last time I even had a McDonald's? I couldn't even say. If I went to McDonald's, though, I'd order a fillet of fish. I do like their fillet of fish.
and a cheeseburger.
No.
Dude, it's been like probably 8 years since I've had McDonald's.
Yeah, and all I'd ever have at McDonald's is either the fillet of fish or the Big Mac.
The fillet of fish you've got to eat right in the store, like immediately, like as long as it's
Like,
warm.
it's super hot, right? And I have it without the cheese because freaking who has cheese on fish? I don't even get that.
Oh, that's good.
Cheese on fish.
Cheese on everything. Most.
No, I take that off and I put ketchup on it. Ketchup fillet
What?
of fish. Jam.
Ketchup?
Yeah.
What? You're supposed to have tartar sauce, man.
Well, I can have tartar sauce and ketchup. I don't mind that.
Oh, man.
You've never had ketchup on fish fillets, Costas?
No.
Seriously,
No,
man.
man. Never. It's all
That's
tartar
a
sauce
family
only.
thing. Yeah.
Tartar sauce only, man.
Ketchup on a fish fillet. It's horrifying.
Yeah.
Don't
That's
knock
like
it till you
putting
try it.
ketchup on a hot dog, man.
And when
you
you're from the South and you
You
lived
just
in
got
the
on the
South
list for you just got on the list for a FEMA camp.
that is a Southern thing, sir.
What about
Very
hot dogs?
Southern thing.
Only mustard on hot dogs.
Sir,
Mustard
sir,
relish.
I am more of a Southern gentleman, not of the lower class, if you will, sir.
That's where we're going with
lemon
this now.
Sir, I try not to get any pour on me if I can help it.
Yes. I am definitely Southern core. Okay. All right. Moving on.
All right. This has nothing to do with comics or anything other than the fact that I find it to be just super interesting and nerdy. Do you guys realize all the stuff that comes from mustard? Wild mustard, cabbage, Brussels sprouts, kohlrabi, which you guys probably have never had, but it's very popular in Asian food. Kale, broccoli, and cauliflower and there's something else.
It's all
Mike,
mustard.
How many mountains have you prayed into moving?
Oh, with the faith of a mustard seed.
Can we
But
safely
it
say
is-
that
it
you
is
have
the
less
mightiest
faith
of
than a
all
mustard seed?
seeds. Look at the genetic diversity in one seed of the
It is
mustard
cool.
plant.
It is cool.
Yeah. I tell that to people like when we're eating any of these things and they're like, what? Yeah, it's crazy. And they're all delicious with ketchup, Edwin. I'm just kidding.
Ketchup, man. I haven't had ketchup actually in probably like 4 or 5 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I used to use it on fries all the time, and then I just stopped because of the corn syrup they've using it. You know.
Oh,
They have
I just want this to go over 225. It's just irritating me that it's just sitting there.
It's lingering.
JDA is from the upper class. JDA, would you put?
What did I do?
Would you put ketchup on a fried fish product?
No, never. That is awful.
See, there you go.
I don't get it, dude. You can put ketchup on it. Ketchup is so good on like so much stuff.
Yeah, and John's never gonna make his go for the Catalina wine mixer if he's offering fish sticks with ketchup.
No, absolutely not.
Do you put mustard on fish sticks?
I don't really eat fish sticks usually. Because I'm
sorry. Is that too bougie for you?
He does salmon, like smoked salmon, right?
Yeah.
On toast.
Yeah, exactly. Avocado toast is what we do.
Oh yeah,
in Northern California.
Avocado toast.
Yes.
No, he prefers poached salmon.
Poached, yes. Maybe with a light caper sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't poaching illegal, Mike?
What am I gonna do with you, cousin?
Is that the dad joke? Technically, even though I'm not a dad.
So, John, are you really going to make a superhero comic book? Is that going to happen? Or?
Well, yeah, Flying Sparks Volume 5 very shortly.
Okay.
No, I mean the other one.
Oh,
are you not going to talk about that yet?
Oh no, I'm definitely gonna do. I told Edwin about it too. I said I'm doing it. I just saw how excited people are for Graveyard Shift, and I'm like, you know what? This is what the people want, and so this is what I'm gonna do. Why would I abandon what the people want? So it's gonna be Extreme Ops, which is like it's blacker than Black Ops. Extreme Ops.
Extreme.
Yes.
Welcome, Aaron Lopresti. How's it going?
Good. Oh wow!
Good.
Hey, Aaron.
Hello. Oh my gosh, Cat, shut up. Can you hear him?
Hey, Aaron.
Hey guys.
Did a cat come with Aaron?
Edwin, Kayfabe.
Kayfabe JDA.
That's right.
Is that JDA down there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
JDA.
How's it going? I don't even know who. Okay, I know who Matt is. I know who Kevin is. But
here, do we need to? Here,
JDA. Okay.
Let me help you there, Aaron. All right.
Okay.
You see everybody
in HD.
Okay, there you go. All right.
What's up, Aaron?
I took the garbage out, so you know.
So it reminded you.
Did you throw out the shoulder?
Does that literally make you garbage man? Is that a self-insert book now? Yes.
Get the ingredients so I can build a new garbage man. No, I thought I'd come in and see if you guys watched any kung fu flicks or anything tonight.
I really don't want to get my channel struck.
Yeah.
Kung fu. I love kung fu flicks.
All right, let me pull up Mr. Lopresti's.
We were looking at an old series called Martial Law. Do you remember Martial Law, Lopresti?
I remember the comic. I never actually read it, but I remember it. Who did? I can't remember who drew it though. Who was that?
Kevin O'Neill.
Yeah.
What?
League of Extraordinary. Yeah, I mean it doesn't even look like the same art. It's crazy.
It's so good though. I haven't read it since I was
wrote it?
in my 20s.
Okay, who wrote it then?
Oh, I remember his name. I can't remember it now. It's on the tip of my tongue. He's a well-known writer.
Aaron.
Yes.
91,646, huh?
Wow.
Crawling up there. Yep.
Nice.
Working my way up the ladder, huh?
Working your way up the ladder?
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm not going to catch you, of course, but you know,
where's your fighting spirit?
I have my own personal goals. You know, I'm just trying to obtain those. I'm just, you know, my modest goals.
There's Nolan from the back.
I am the disposer of trash. I hate Wednesdays. I hate taking the trash out. I've hated taking the trash out since we got married. And that became my.
You didn't hate it before then?
I don't remember ever taking the trash out before that.
With you. No, I'm with you, man. Now that I'm married, I've been taking the trash out like all the time now too.
Wait,
like,
who took the trash out before you got married?
Well, I lived in an apartment, so it's like I didn't have any trash. I had. How would I make?
Everybody has trash, Aaron.
Okay, well, okay. So basically, I had a studio apartment, and I had maybe a trash can in the kitchen. That
you had a dumpster.
Yeah, it was like a dumpster like right outside. Just whenever I go downstairs, if I was going someplace, I lived up on the second floor. I'd just grab the trash and carry it down and toss it in the dumpster whenever I needed to. So, but like this.
Hold on. This is important. Your trash story isn't.
Oh,
Elliot is alive.
He's in Florida and alive.
Praise God Almighty. The storms. Elliot's right in the
is he?
spot where the hurricane.
Oh man,
I'm waiting to hear what Sergio Cararello posts. I lived like a block from him. We lived in the same development when I was down there.
Whoa.
CrossGen, yeah. So I know exactly where he lives.
He posted on Facebook that he has survived.
Oh, he has? Okay, good.
Is he using his drone to fly it around inside the hurricane? He's got that nice drone.
Yeah, right.
Well, when we bought our house in Florida, they told us we didn't have to get flood insurance because we weren't in a floodplain. They said we had an elevation of 10, I think it was 10 or 12. And we said 12. What do you mean? They go 12 feet. So
12 feet above sea level.
Yeah.
Wow.
So apparently that's not in a floodplain. They're in Holiday, Florida, which is just north of Tampa.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know. I've seen some of them floods.
So now these godless succubi here, they look like they're trying to tempt the Wraith into some sort of mortal sin.
Those are the brides of Dracula, my friend. Succubi?
I think that qualifies.
Well,
as
they're
succubi.
some sort of godless temptresses.
That's
They look
true.
like
The devil's
trying to lure
concubines.
the
And
Wraith
it looks
into
like they
mortal
totally
sin.
suck your by.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I love no, not you. The Devil's Concubine. What a great title. What a
The Devil's
great title for a
Concubine.
B movie, The Devil's Concubines. Is that an actual movie?
That's a line that Anthony Hopkins said in Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Oh,
He's like, don't touch her. She's the devil's concubine.
Oh, that's right.
That's awesome. So you've got this Nosferatu-like vampire invading this Tennessee town, and he's collected a few brides in his stay there, and the Wraith has got to put a stop to it. So,
And as Aaron always says, play the video, Mike.
I paid good money for it.
Oh,
Oh.
wow. Professional
That'll
production.
Yes, I did. I paid money for this. Doggone it.
Wow. Well, that's snappy.
Yeah,
I like
it's
it.
got a nice little Western
perfect
rock and roll
timing,
beat
too.
to it. So,
I like it. Nice trailer.
thank you. Like I said, all I did was pay for it. I mean, I wrote it, but I didn't. I gave the guy a bunch of random images. I said, "This is what I want it to say," and then he came back, 6 weeks later with this, and I'm like, sold. So
Link is in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. If you would like to grab yourself some Wraith. I read the first book. It's great, and I
love it.
Thank you.
I
very
did
much,
too.
Mike. I really appreciate it.
The nightclub.
JDA, what was your?
I said I loved it too. It was great stuff. Great stuff.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate
The
that.
nightclub, is that like a little absorbing man, Metallo kind kind of riff, or what's going on with Nightclub?
Well, those of you who would have possibly purchased and read the Garbage Man trade paperback,
I did that.
Well, then you know who the Nightclub is.
I do.
And and if you've read the Wraith of God graphic novel, they make an appearance in the, or at least Mr. Midnight from the Nightclub makes an appearance in the epilogue that sort of hints at some ties to Wraith of God. So we're going to give them their own solo story and expand on a little bit of that connection. And because the Garbage Man trade paperback did so well through the original Wraith campaign, I didn't want to leave him hanging either. So we've got this lead Wraith of God story, the Blood Hunters, and then we have two backup stories, the Garbage Man story, which is going to be about 18 pages, and then the Nightclub story, which will be in that same neighborhood of pages. And when we get to 100K, I had 15 pages of Kit Carter, which is the space babe on my that side. Yep, there she is in the blue costume there behind me. And her partner Merv the Astro Chimp. There's a puppet blocking the puppet's
dead puppet. Somebody killed the puppet.
No, he's not dead. He's just wasted. But that's Kit Carter right there. So it actually it's going to turn into a 100-page book. So a good value for $25, I think.
I would say so.
There you go.
Considerably.
So.
Yeah, it's a much better value than well, I won't say much better value, but John Malin's.
Oh, don't get into this now. Don't drag me into this. I don't want any part of this. The opinions expressed on this program do not reflect.
Aaron Lopresti now has chosen sides against John Malin. Everybody.
No, it is not.
CG drama alert. Yes.
No, I just put in the disclaimer. I just put in the disclaimer for you.
By the way, I just want to say, just for everybody here and who's going to be EFAPing this later, hashtag Malin Militia. I stand with John Malin. Mike Miller is a hack. John Malin's the greatest thing of all time. Thank you.
Cover all the bases.
We do need to help John Malin get above I don't know, something over here. Let's give this a refresh real quick and see if we've got any new backers on Graveyard Shift. Omega Storm 442 440. Edwin.
Graveyard Shift. No.
Squadron. Oh man, that brought me back to 2017. That was amazing. Thank you, Edwin.
Again, the opinions expressed on this program are not endorsed by, nor reflected, nor represented by anything that Aaron Lopresti holds true. Aaron Lopresti categorically denies, rejects, and condemns any opinions expressed on this program.
Mm-hmm.
We good?
Even Aaron? My own.
Aaron, did you see that the speaking of great drama involving Aaron Lopresti, did you see that the Comic Book Hut made a formal apology video to you and your wife?
I didn't see it. Is it like posted up on YouTube?
It's on his channel, yeah.
Okay. So, I'll have to alert Charlie.
So there you go.
He's not a big fan of the old Pizza Hut.
No.
And,
but he did apologize, so there you go.
Well, okay. Yeah. Well, I'll let her know. I kind of feel like someone may have grabbed his ear and made him do it, but
I have his ear, and I said you were good people, and but I didn't make him do it. I can't make anybody do anything. But
okay, all right. Well, I appreciate you standing up for us.
Of course.
Very nice of you.
Hey, shut up! I'm streaming. Kids these days. Whoa! Who did we lose? Edwin.
You booted him.
No, I didn't boot him. I see him back there. I don't know why he's.
Maybe he's adjusting.
You boot yourself there, Edwin?
And now he's muted. He's very confused.
Muted.
Yeah, I've got to step away for a moment. I'll be back shortly.
All right.
She tried to go to the bathroom and then we pulled him back in. Sheldon Martin is asking me a question, if I may address it. Is Garbage Man able to regenerate from trash, or is he a select set of trash? He does regenerate, but it's not just trash. It's like, like in one of the stories, he gets his arm ripped off and he's out in the woods, and so his arm like sucks up all this debris. So it's like the dirt and the rocks and anything organic like that. Doesn't necessarily have to be trash that he would absorb and that was near him. He would become part of his body when he regenerated.
So then wouldn't he, like, rather than smelling like decay and coffee grounds, wouldn't he rather like just go out in the woods and just like rip parts of them off and fill up with some nice healthy dirt or something?
Well, he
actually
actually
desert.
There you
fill up
go.
sand.
Well, yeah, it changes because when he was his origin, he was in a chemical trash dump, but it was like, there's dirt and all sorts of stuff there in the trash dump as well. So he's like he's mostly brown, but he has toxic chemicals spots on him. Those are the colored spots on the character, and he'll like see a tree branch in his arm and and he's sort of,
just the thing. It's the smell that I.
Well, but it's not like he's coming out of a waste dump, I mean, like a human waste dump or anything. It's
so there's no like 4-day-old McDonald's in him or something.
Probably not. There could be, but probably not. I mean, he does smell. I mean, there is jokes about that, but
yeah, because you ever like go out to the garbage and like you lift it up and it smells like a raccoon died in there or something?
Right. Well, it probably wouldn't be that bad because he was, like I said, it was mostly a dump site for chemicals and stuff. It wasn't so much let's go throw out all of our, what we didn't eat for dinner last night and toss it out there kind of thing.
Okay, there's another question. If, say, you just had like half a burrito and you threw it at him, would it stick to him?
It would if
it like become part of him.
Well, if his volume needed some sort of replacement.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So it wouldn't necessarily, like if you threw a burrito and he was completely whole, it would probably just bounce off. It might stick to him, but he could like peel it off and toss it. It's like if he gets blown up, for example, then he like regenerates whatever's around to pull himself back together, kind of thing.
Right. I got it.
That's comic book talk there, man. It's
Wait,
like that question.
Yeah. How many pages of the lore Bible is devoted to the nature of Garbage Man's waste composition?
None at this point. In fact, it never even occurred to me until this question came up.
You want to read
that
that
creativity is kicked in right instantly, though.
Oh my goodness! Good to know I wouldn't be that intimidated from old Pampers and toenail clippings.
That just grossed me out thinking about that.
I mean, technically, he could.
That'd be Garbage Man's nemesis, not Garbage Man himself.
If I wanted to do a story with a little humor in there, maybe he pulls a diaper out of his arm or something and tosses it aside. But
does he have a young sidekick named Trash Boy?
It's Trash Lad.
Trash Lad?
Yeah, Trash Lad.
If he was in California, would he turn human because he had absorbed the compost that they allow now?
Elliot, do you have enough power on your phone to pop in and give us a storm report, buddy?
That would be. When we lived in Florida, we videotaped ourselves during a hurricane out there, like doing fake news reports because we thought it was funny. It's like signs were blowing by us because we didn't really get the gravity of.
Mine decapitates you.
Yeah, well, no, seriously. We really didn't sort of grasp the gravity of the situation because it was our first hurricane.
Vic says, and it's Vic, so I apologize in advance.
Yeah, I know Vic.
Aaron is always taking ideas from questions asked and pretending he did them a long time ago.
Mm-hmm. At least I admit to it, though.
Yeah. Actually, I had a character like you're saying with Garbage Man. I had a character when I was younger who he didn't have a true corporeal form, but like when he like sort of phased through something, he became that thing, and then like he could leave it, and then like it would, and then he would be, I guess, part of the air. Like his form would be air, and then like his form would take over brick, and then like when he left the brick would be sort of in his shape, as he left it, so he could like leave sort of statues of himself.
That's that's complicated right there.
Yeah,
it's deep. I mean, figuring that process out. If I was wearing my hat, I would tip it to you for being a youngster and coming up with something that complex.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Isn't it funny? You can go back and look at like your universe you created when you were a kid, and a lot of the ideas you look at and go, you know what? That's still a pretty good idea.
Yeah. My friend Matt Osborne and I came up with this character called Death Wish, like back when we were in. He's a grade ahead of me, but like middle school or early high school. And then it was funny because like in 91 or 92 or something, I think DC came up with a Death Wish, and he had the skull face just like our Death Wish did, and I'm like, that's annoying.
Yep. Well, when I first put out Wraith of God, someone contacted me and said, this is exactly like a character we created in high school. And I said, I created this back in, taking it out of Vic's playbook. I created it back in 1995, which actually I did, or 96. And they were like, well, I was in high school in 93. I'm like, well, sue me.
You're like, well, you weren't in my high school. So
Exactly. What's your point?
So
Sheldon would like to know, does Trash Lad wear hot pants?
No, actually, Trash Lad doesn't wear anything because he's actually Trash Lad.
He does have junk.
Yeah. That's well, no, wait a minute. Would Trash Lad actually be made of trash like Garbage Man, or would he be like someone who takes out the trash, like a human that's like his human sidekick that's sort of like
walks behind him with the dustpan? Like
or maybe brings him trash when he needs to be rejuvenated or something.
Yeah, he's the one throwing the burritos at him.
Here you go. Here you go, Garbage Man. Went to Taco Bell here.
You got to explore a whole new world in the next issue of Garbage Man.
Exactly.
I've been surfing eBay while you guys are talking here. Should I do this, Mike? What do you think?
Yeah.
I just pulled this up. This is my market research for my extreme ops. There was a Stormwatch. Remember Stormwatch?
Yeah.
Yes. And this is so Warren Ellis changed it to be some like weird political thing. But when it started, it was just, I don't know if I can show how do I show the book?
I did a Fuji backup in one of those, and I did a bunch of ink in a few of them.
Look at those muscles. Look at those guns. Yes.
The 90s, baby.
Yeah, I look like cover.
Right?
Isn't that Long Shot?
No.
So this is $99, but I get issues 0 through 47 and Team Achilles 3 through 23. So that's like about $1 an issue, maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, that's like a pretty good deal, I would think.
The problem with those 90s Wildstorm comics is they're unreadable.
Yes, that's what I'm afraid of, having 100 unreadable comics.
But in the year 2022, though, is it still unreadable?
That's true. Compared to what's coming out today, that might be genius.
It might be genius.
Well,
I did read this when I was a kid. I had the first 5 issues. And I remember thinking it was super cool when I was 12. So
who was the artist on Stormwatch? It was somebody pretty good.
I don't even know.
Travis Scott, right?
Trevor Scott.
Trevor Scott?
It's not Brett Booth, is it?
No. He did Backlash.
Okay.
Was Stormwatch, was that from Silvestri's studio?
No, that was Wildstorm.
Oh, it was Wildstorm? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the first pinup Jim ever had me do was a Stormwatch pinup.
Clark, Trevor Scott did the inks, yeah. So
Scott
Clark. Okay. Scott Clark. Okay, there we go.
Oh, Joe Chido did the colors. Look at that.
Yeah.
Mike Heisler. Oh my gosh, I worked with Mike back when I first broke in at Marvel. He was a letterer, and then he was editor in chief for a while.
Yeah, Mike Heisler. I remember that name.
Yeah, he threw me a few. I had nothing for a while there, and I was like, Mike, remember me? And he's like, oh yeah, can you give me something? And so he gave me a lot of trading cards and stuff like that when I was starving.
Do you remember who was editor in chief before that? Chris Peterson.
Do you
was
think
it
it's going to be What are the odds it's readable?
It's got to be good. I would say if it lasted.
I'm sure it's good enough.
Yeah, it's got to be. Because how many issues? You said it's 100.
Chris Peterson
Yeah,
was
about
the
100 issues.
EIC
Wow,
there at
that's
Wildstorm, and I was sitting there waiting for the script
Whoa.
for Aztec, and I had been waiting for it for like 6 months, and then I went in and I talked to Jim, and I'm like, hey Jim, I'm waiting on this script from DC to be the regular artist on Aztec, but I said I'd really rather do regular work for you than for DC. And so Jim walks me over to Scott Peterson's office, and he says, Scott, let's start getting Mike regular work. And I'm like, right on. So I called my editor, and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna pass on this project, which I don't know. It was Mark Miller's first book.
Well,
Oh no.
And then literally like 2 weeks later, Chris freaking left and Heisler took over, and I don't think Heisler liked me.
really?
Oh man.
So
How dare somebody not like you, Mike? Wow, such classic superheroes as Battalion, Diva, Fuji, Hellstrike, and Winter. Those are memorable.
yeah, I always thought Winter was trash.
This is
Which
some
one's winner?
amazing writing.
Winter's the
Didn't Hellstrike get his own, or get her, or whatever that is? Hellstrike, didn't they get their own title?
What's Hellstrike?
Or am I thinking of Hellshock? Maybe it's Hellshock.
Hellstrike.
Hellstrike is blue torch, blue human torch.
With a leather coat.
Yeah.
I like that Guido.
leather coat back in the 90s.
Oh,
What is
yeah,
with
this
all
is-
the leather coats? The
I love
That's what
that
I'm
French
talking
coat on
about.
Gambit.
I like that.
and
That's
all this.
awesome.
You could tell these were all designed by Jim because the costumes are horrible.
I like the way that looks, though, man. It's just like exciting to look at.
What's the dialogue?
Scroll
say?
back up. Let's see this dialogue.
Oh yeah, let's read some dialogue.
Okay. Edwin, can you see it? Okay.
Yeah, you read Skywatch. I'll read.
Okay.
Who is this battalion?
Okay. Stormwatch 1. Stormwatch 1. This is Skywatch Control. Status report. Battalion.
Windsor and the children are in our custody, but we've encountered heavy resistance. Request immediate evac.
Unable to comply, Battalion. Proceed to the designated extraction point. What is the condition of the seedling?
Safe with Windsor and the other children, but it'll be risky getting them all out. And I'm low on pouches.
Oh, there's more. Oh gosh, so much dialogue. Recovery of seedling is your primary concern, Battalion. All other considerations are secondary. Do you copy?
Rack and fasten. After all the work Windsor's done, you're going to hang him out to dry. Not this time, Weatherman. I'm bringing everybody back.
That's enough, Battalion. You're to follow orders. Complete the mission. Weatherman 1 signing off.
Wait, he just asked for evac.
No, he's
And then he said he's going to complete the mission. What?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
He
Don't try to
contradicts
make
himself
sense.
on the same page.
Don't try to make sense of it. It's Image Comics.
Get me out of here. We can't get you out of here. I'm staying here. No, you can't stay there. You got to leave. What?
John,
as
do
I
you
was
feel like
saying-
you can replicate this writing style? That's
Yeah.
amazing.
I think I can manage it. What do you know? So this is my Aaron. I'm gonna make basically this book.
Does his pouch
This
have
is
a
your next.
face?
This is your next project right here.
This is my next like opus. Yeah, it's called. I already got a title. It's called Strike Force Ultima Extreme Ops. Yeah.
And you have to play it totally seriously, John. Completely.
This is some high teen
serious.
alpha male comic books, my friends.
Yeah.
That's the only way it'll work.
Yeah. Like serious, but like a little extra serious, you know?
Extra serious. Yeah.
Really, like Sin City level serious.
Does his pouch have a gun belt? That's awesome.
Does it?
His pouch has a utility belt. Do you see it?
Where's the pouch? Oh, down
on
here?
No, on his breast.
Oh, on the
his
shoulder.
chest.
His breast.
And sunglasses. His pouch also has
It's
sunglasses.
amazing.
Wow,
His
that
pouch
is
has his
wild.
own personality. Look at that.
He's got a face and
really wild.
sunglasses and everything.
It's like it's Cecil's mask.
You know, the thing I could never figure out about this sort of 90s style design, like we saw an image, and plus it was in the X-Men before they, did their image stuff, but they were doing this type of thing is, can you imagine having to draw this every panel and like from different angles?
Oh,
What a nightmare.
That's why they were completely
And you knew none of it was consistent.
Right.
None of
They
it
didn't
was
care.
consistent.
Yeah, you couldn't.
I would
Couldn't
be so fastidious trying to make sure my characters had the same stuff on every single.
I know that's what I would do too, and it would just drive me nuts, and I'd finally quit. Go, where's your Jungle Comics at?
It's just a loincloth, right?
That's right, exactly. It's like give me a dinosaur.
I think it was
Does
for
the top
centimeters
of his
longer
head-
on the previous panel, though.
Does the top of his head stay completely flat like that throughout the whole entire series?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Great question.
What's his
Look
haircut?
at his neck. Look at his neck. That was the one thing that
Are there more
Jim
pictures of him?
complained about the
No.
initial drawing I did of him.
Suicide Squad. I didn't
Was
ask
that
for Suicide
I
Squad.
gave him a neck and a head, and he's like, "Oh, we like people like bucket heads." I'm like, "What is a bucket head?" So that's where the shape of the head just goes like straight, like in a bucket shape to the shoulder.
So basically, like a football player.
Yeah, like everybody has to have a
Like
freaking
a flat head and no neck.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. See, I like that, man. That's Scott Clark too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, he's got the Doc Savage widow's peak, but yeah, the top of his head is completely flat.
Oh, that looks like
bucket head,
Steve. Is that Platt?
Oh, man.
Almost looks like it, doesn't it?
That's got a little bit
No,
of hair,
that's
there, a
not
little
Clark.
bit of elevation there.
Amazing.
Pretty
like
sure
that,
that's
man.
Clark. Yeah.
That looks sweet, man.
What if he wants to lift his arm up though?
Yeah, you could never lift your head up. Right, you couldn't. Right? Because
Impossible.
Such a
Yeah.
bad design. I
Oh,
swear.
look at that. His ab has a tricep. Do you see that? If you go back to that, I
back
I
to
wonder
the image here.
what they used for an
abs.
anatomical reference. Yeah, look at that.
There's the
Look at
ab.
his left ab has a tricep.
Oh, that's awesome.
it's just rippling, man.
That dude is buff.
That's
You know
ripped.
the thing is, these guys were the kings of the comic world back then, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Extreme.
The style, it was just
Extreme.
It was extreme.
There was no soy
this
in
is
their
Wildstorm.
diets.
Now I do like how they gave this guy mom jeans. That was a bold choice.
Oh, man. I'm dying.
You know, you look
Oh, yeah.
back at like '90s heroes, and they're so dated. You know, it's like '70s clothing. You know,
There's the team.
you see it for a second, and you go, okay, that was 1970. You know, but you look at these, you can just say this is '90s art, man. This is '90s design, '90s art. It was like its own thing.
Yeah.
I really like the guy on the left that has no neck. That is
Fuji?
amazing. Fuji, yeah. He's great.
Yeah, that's a containment suit. He's
Yeah.
he's essentially
He's like
what's
Wonder
that,
Man.
What's that character in DC? That's
Mr. Freeze.
Wildstar or
no. He's oh my gosh, he's in a big like a
Is that
silver-
Adam? Is it the Atom something?
Yeah,
Oh.
something like
oh, okay. I was gonna say there's a guy in Legion of Superheroes that has a containment suit for his tower or whatever.
Because wasn't that a story where one of those guys teed off with? I thought an Injustice. One
in
of the guys
Injustice.
in the
Yeah, that's what I'm
containment-
trying to remember his name.
Oh, okay.
Captain Atom.
Yeah, Captain Atom.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's just in a containment suit. Oh yeah, Collector's Best.
What worries me about spending $100 on this, though, is that I bought the Cyberforce Top Cow hardcover thing that they came out with on Kickstarter last year. So I thought, oh, that seems cool. And I tried to read it, and it was completely unreadable.
Yeah.
So,
Dude, I got all this stuff for free. I was on the comp list, and I just got tons and tons of this stuff. And it's like I never wanted to reread anything I ever read out of any of this, anything from Image. Or
Dude,
well,
I think somebody was selling the Injustice Omnibus for like $50, though. I might grab that.
There is an unfortunate tangent there with Divas or Divas.
Unless you have an extra
on-
one, Mike. Do you have an extra one, Mike?
You talking about one like this?
The hardcover omnibus.
Like,
yeah, that's the one. Do you have an extra one of those?
They're $60.
Maybe.
No, where?
Wait, Mike, are those all the pages you drew in there?
No, this is just Injustice Volume 1. I also did Injustice 2, so.
So you mean those are all comic pages? That's not any
this is
filler?
all. This is all.
Oh yeah, it's legit.
So you did all those?
No, I did about a third of it.
Okay.
Yeah, he's trading off the arcs, right?
Yeah,
Trading off
that's one of mine.
arcs.
I'd buy that from you for $60. If you want to sell that to me for $60.
It's the only one he's got.
Not worth my time. Just
Man. Dude, that's what I love about getting comps. Like, I did work for Boom Studios, and we went down to their office in the LA area, and we walked in to get a little mini tour, and we were like left with like our arms loaded up to our chins, like of a free comics. We had no space for it. We just wanted to take free stuff or like free books. It was great.
Yeah. Twitless says, I like 90s style for what it is. My students have preferred Spawn to most of the Golden, Silver, and Bronze Age comics I have shown.
Students are wrong, Twitless. Your
FEMA
students are
camps
heathens.
for all of them.
$70.
Wow, $70 now.
Auction
I'm pretty sure you can get
dogs.
it for like $50-$60. It's not worth 70.
90s comics were high energy, man. That image stuff was just like blew, just jumped off the page. Whether the stories were good or not is sort of secondary to what they were pushing,
Which is why they don't stand up after time.
Right. No, man. It's now you lament that they don't look as good as they did back then. It's like, look at the stuff now, man. Look at that Peter Parker page. Little
I
soy
did like
latte.
Supreme. I did like Supreme, but
that looks better than the crap I was doing in the 90s.
It was written by Alan
There's a lot of good stuff now, though. Like at the same time.
Yeah, there's some good
Supreme
stuff.
was written by Alan Moore. That's the thing, is that most of that stuff was not written well. And,
Right. Jim Lee
it
wrote
has
Stormwatch.
some highlights, right? Like
Who drew Supreme? Did David Williams draw some of that, or
yeah, it was
Brian Murray too, right?
Oh,
bunch of
yeah.
different artists.
Brian Murray.
Yeah.
That eBay lot is Jim Lee writing, not drawing, writing. Uh-oh.
That's like Jim Lee. That's like Jim Lee being the co-publisher or whatever. It's like
Wasn't Brandon Choi his friend or something writing?
Yeah, he was like his college buddy.
Yeah.
I thought Brandon Choi was doing most of the writing. He was writing Gen 13. I know that.
He wrote Gen 13 too. Yeah. Well, it was like I think Jim Lee was part of the concepts and Choi did all the scripts.
Yeah.
But I read Gen 13 again recently too. It's like Brandon Choi was not a good writer. No, I don't know if he still writes, but not a good writer.
If you want to read a good Gen 13, pick up my Gen 13 bootleg number 11 and 12.
I had that.
You did, Don? You did that? Nice.
Yeah, it's kind of a Scooby-Doo, Island of Dr. Moreau, King Kong kind of thing.
that's a bit old strange mix of Malcolm. You're channeling Scooby Doo and I'm with Dr. Moreau.
It's mostly Scooby-Doo, but I had Marlon Brando was the villain, so we went with Island of Dr. Moreau.
The twist is it's a romance. It's a romance.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it is, because Grunge gets turned into Scooby, this dog character, and he falls in love with this chick who's a fox character. So,
It's furry.
It was kind of, but that was the Island of Dr. Moreau part.
Yeah.
Where did I put my stick of butter?
Oh,
Yeah.
some of Doc Savage is in the public domain. That would be cool to see.
No, Doc Savage is in the public domain?
That's what I just saw. Some of Doc Savage is.
I'm going to double check that. I would love to do some Doc Savage, man.
Ooh, bring
Yeah,
him
that'd be
into
cool.
the nightclub.
I wonder though his the James Bama design from the 60s, the painted covers. I wonder if that
wouldn't be public domain.
manifestation of him
We're not
though
bidding
is
on anything
copyrighted.
else. We're not bidding.
That would be cool.
Sorry, Eric. I just had to nip that in the bud right there.
Well, I wasn't paying attention. You cut me off. I knew, but I wasn't paying.
He said, "What are we bidding on?" And I said, "We're not bidding. We're not bidding. We're not auctioning."
No, but I'm wondering if the James Bama, the painter who did the covers for the paperbacks in the 60s, the Doc Savage paperbacks, that sort of helmet design, he actually came up with that. You know, the widow's peak kind of flat hair helmet design, which is like my favorite. That's the look I like for Doc Savage. I wonder if that look is still under copyright, even though the character may be.
I think the widow's
public
peak.
domain.
We just read it. We just performed it, and I believe that's described in the text.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
His hair is actually pretty well described. Yeah.
Okay. I haven't read any in so long. I had to go back and.
Oh, it was so fun. It was so fun. Wasn't it? Yeah.
Twitless said his great grandmother was married to Bama's brother.
Are you
He had a
kidding me?
couple prints of his.
Wow, talk about a small world. I went to send him a letter. He never wrote me back though. But
Stalker.
And Jiminy Cricket did some Doc Savage that was pretty good. But yeah, some classically illustrated stuff would be fun.
oh my gosh, I'd love to do that. In all my spare time.
Oh my gosh, this is killing me. It still hasn't gone over 225.
We need a backer.
You're just $12 away, huh?
I know. It's $12 freaking dollars.
Beg
Let
for
me
it.
go ask Malin's chat. Hold on.
Yeah, get some reciprocity. Let's promote.
No, but all in all, today's been pretty stinking good. We were at $6,600 today, 6,609.
Wow, it's a good day.
You're killing it, man.
Yeah, our lowest day, 31.22. And this is because Shad did a video this morning, and he's been every time he does uploaded videos, right? So at the beginning of a video, he'll do a little spiel. Actually, you want to see one? Let's see one. How to Generate Income by Robert Kiyosaki.
Rich
This is
Dad
the stuff
Poor
I
Dad.
waste my time watching.
Step 1, write a book.
You're actually pretty awful.
So,
like House of Dragons, or indeed my graphic novel, which you can get over on Indiegogo. If you like comic books, you're going to love my graphic novel. And if you've never tried graphic novels before, this is a great entry point because, look, I pulled out all the stops. We've got some of the best art that you can buy. Mike S. Miller, he's an industry veteran. And I was reading the other day, and I know it's my own work, but I just got pulled in and I found it so immersive. Graphic novels are brilliant because a picture really is worth 1,000 words. If you haven't tried one before, give my graphic novel a go. In fact, we're selling the hardcover at the cost of a softcover. So it's a brilliant deal, and I really feel you're going to love the story. What's the story? Well, Michael Kramer says it best.
The tale of a deposed, tyrannical emperor who embarks on a journey towards redemption. The 82-year-old Dalen, once known as Dalus the Conqueror, is cursed, becoming a youth, and obtains the mythical powers of the legendary Arch-Knights. Battling inner demons, his violent and cruel inclinations, and enemies both old and new, he ventures onward trying to fight back the growing darkness threatening the world. After all, who better to hunt monsters than the greatest monster the world has ever known?
There are collector covers, and if you really want something special, we're also doing leather-bound. Not only leather-bound for the graphic novel, but the novel that it's based on, well, I'm releasing the second edition version of it, and you can get that in collector covers as well as leather-bound as well. Something really special. I love leather-bound so much. So those are available for a short time. Make sure you get your copy, because we can absolutely have great stories, awesome heroes again, even when there are such bad stories and people being paid. Well, this is what I'm doing. I'm trying to give us some great stories once again, and if we can push this Indiegogo campaign as far as possible, I'm going to be reinvesting it to just make more. So do share it with your friends, support it if you can. Thank you to everyone who has, and I can't wait to get you your copy. Alrighty, so okay.
Yeah. It's great. I mean, that's actually probably I think the best bit he's done on any of his videos so far. He's really excited about it. And,
How far are you along on this already?
Oh, that's done. Yeah, we're going to be starting the second issue.
Oh, so the one you're selling right now, you're done with?
Yeah. The print files are at the printer. We're actually talking to them about getting pre-print copies out like before the campaign's over, so Shad can like hold them on his videos and like brag about them and stuff.
Oh, very cool. Look at that.
Yeah, it's been done for like 2 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Would it take you so long to?
Okay, maybe not 2 years, but year and a half, 2 years, something like that. There was a bunch of different stuff happened. Joseph over at the printer died, API, and then after that, it was, and he was working with us, and so he had everything kind of set up. And then Ben, the guy who was working with us, I don't know why, but he stopped working for Shad. And after that, it just sort of drifted. Shad's had some health problems as well. And then ultimately, Shad's wife got tagged in to get this back on the rails. And so I've been working with her for a couple of months to try to make sure everything's caught up, because with the new printing costs, the new shipping costs, and kind of retailoring the whole campaign, we kind of got rid of some superfluous stuff, and then just rejiggered a whole bunch of it, and we had to get it out before there's a print hike in December coming, a 20% print hike. And so we wanted to get the orders in before the print hike price. So that's why it's not a 60-day campaign, it's a 45-day campaign. Although I'm pretty sure we'll have time to get the order in if we extend it, but I'll have to talk to him when we're closer to the end here. He might just want to cut bait and go, but as long as we get this, if everything works out, we might actually be fulfilling or start fulfilling by the end of the year. So,
wow,
sweet,
excellent. So, well, you didn't do this all on spec, did you, or did you?
No, of course not.
I didn't think so.
No, I negotiated a decent rate and royalty and everything, and I'm not going to say what it is. But.
Well, no, I didn't. That's not what I meant. I just thought so he had money put away to actually pay you to do this, basically.
Oh, man, he's a YouTuber with over 1 million subs. You know how much these guys get paid?
Yeah.
I didn't even know, but about a month ago, some big YouTuber with 1.5 million subs or something like that showed his revenue from just the ad revenue stuff. Not even, and it's that's a nice money you got there.
Well, if he shared it, then it's public knowledge. What was it? How much did he make a month?
I don't even remember. It was just it was a lot of freaking money. Because it was some of his videos would make 10,000, tens of thousands of dollars, right? It's that's
yeah. It's I watched this one YouTuber guy, young black kid, got arrested for speed, and he had he had a car that was a Viper, some crazy car, right? He went through a red light, he went home, he had a huge home in Florida, but he got arrested. He was talking to the police in the back of the car, handcuffed, and he said he's a YouTuber, and he's oh, you do pretty good, and he's he makes 6 figures a year just from YouTube, and I'm oh my gosh, and he's only 21, 22 or something like that. I mean,
man, I'm gonna have to change my content on my channel, I guess.
oh, there's this one dude I started watching. He's a video game guy. His name's Dr. Disrespect.
That guy makes lots of money.
Oh, he's got 4.1 million subscribers on YouTube. Yeah. And I saw him on Twitter. I just saw a picture of him. That's what made me look it up. He's got the mullet with the mustache and the visor, sunglasses.
What's up, guys? It's Graham here. So after nearly 4 years of making videos here on YouTube, I'm going to break down exactly how I started this channel to share my excitement towards saving money, personal finance, investing. I think YouTube began seeing consistent uploads combined with high user engagement per day. And even though the views slowed down, at this point, most days were about and vice versa. But at this point,
get to how much he makes now.
It seemed my entire channel grew considerably day after day, and the ad revenue increased to $2,000 per day on the low end to $6,000 per day on the high end for the rest
of the day.
Total for that year. Since then, I do my best to stay as consistent as possible without ever missing an upload. day, the channel earns anywhere from $4,000 to $8,000 per day, with some recent days exceeding $11,000. That means in total, for 2020 so far, this channel has made $1,583,755.81 in ad revenue. And the Graham Stephan Show has made $297,857.35. I also started a podcast with my colleague and editor Jack called The Iced Coffee Hour, and we post episodes every single Sunday morning. And so far, that channel has earned about $8,000 this year.
We don't need all the specifics, but
holy
I won't even attempt
Hey,
to
that's
try to
me.
make those
Oh, that's
channels.
Aaron too.
Hey,
Being chained to YouTube though sounds horrible.
And plus, it's a gamble because it isn't. You're not gonna make. Most of the people don't make anything from that.
I make about $5 a day off of ad revenue right now.
yeah, that's ad revenue. You need to get like millions of views,
Yeah.
or at least hundreds of thousands of views to start making some real.
And plus, YouTube controls who is viewing your stuff too. So it's like if they like you, you'll get views. If they don't like you, you won't get any, even if those people like your stuff.
Doing it as a hobby is fun, but yeah,
And
trying to
and
make
these
a
are
job
these are just uploaded videos, right? And then there's guys like Nerdrotic and Garrett, like these guys who make just gobs and gobs of money on super chats.
Super chats.
Right.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, I have one of my friends, my cousin's niece. She has like 2 photos up on Instagram. 2 photos. She's only like 14 or 15, and she's got like thousands of subscribers. And I've been putting up artwork all the time, and I got like maybe like 600, 700 subscribers.
yeah, well, cute chicks have an advantage.
Yeah, she's like, that's the sick thing. She's just a little kid, and she.
I know, and it's even sicker. You're right.
Yeah.
All right. I'm told to refresh, so let's find out what's going on here.
Drum roll.
You're over.
You did it.
Very nice. Very nice.
That was bugging.
Thank you to all the backers and supporters. We couldn't do it without, like, literally couldn't do it without you.
All right, so be magnanimous and put in a plug for Malin.
All right, let's go to Graveyard Shift. He is streaming right now, so hopefully he's
Oh, he
got
got some. He got some backers.
Oh, good.
440. Yeah,
Congratulations,
he did go.
Malin. 442, 441.
Boom.
Which is about as many as I got. So, I mean, not all day, but just in the last hour. Congratulations to Malin. 140
Militia.
pages. 140 pages he's doing, Aaron. Bigger than yours. 140 pages.
That's 140 pages.
Yep.
That is a thick book
for $50.
Wow.
So it's more than yours, because yours is $25 for 100 pages. Is that what you said?
Yeah. It's
It's a good deal.
It's a gamble. You got to hit the dollar mark. But I just assumed, based on what I did on the last book and the good reviews, it wasn't like people are going, God, this blows, don't do another one. So I felt like, oh, okay.
And you're doing better on this one, right?
Oh yeah, I'm way ahead of where I was in the last one.
Yeah, let's see. This is John Malin's. Let's look up yours.
I got a cliff on mine too. So if everybody,
Well, we all have cliffs. Well, we usually have more of a steep hill than a cliff. But why isn't it searching?
Wraith of God. You gotta click it.
There it is.
All right, so your first one, and then this one.
Oh, can you compare them? I didn't know you could do that.
Well, I just held control. So you went from 64 to 8. That's 9.
1/8. That's 12.5% for the second day. 12.5% of the first
80.
day.
About an 80% drop, or less.
Yeah.
78% drop.
Yeah.
And then on the second
No,
one,
88% drop.
the second one, wow, way less of a drop. Look at that.
Yeah, but I had more backers in the first day though. So
Oh, really? Well, 413 to 154. That's only a 75% drop. Less than a 75% drop.
right, but what was how many does it show how many backers I had in the first day of the first campaign?
775 versus 88. Wow, yeah, that is a drop. What'd you do, Aaron? How'd you get so many backers on your first day?
Just push, man. Hype, build up. Wraith of God was more of it launched good. I think I launched it, 36,000 in the first 24 hours, but I hit 64 on this one in the first 24 hours.
If you went down to the crossroads, you can tell us real clear, Steve. Did you make a shadowy pact with someone at the crossroads?
No. I think Wraith of God, the original Wraith of God was, I think I hit 104 by the end of 45 days. I was at 104,000. By the end of the campaign, I was at 151. So it was like one of those kind of slow builds. And then, so like any sequel to a successful first movie, you're going to have a big opening box office, right? And so now it's just a matter of trying to, because I think most of the people, backed on the first couple days, and so now it's like finding that new customer base to keep it growing. I mean, because I'm at 1,100s and I had 2,600 backers on the last one. So
yeah, I mean, you have almost twice as many first day backers on this one as you did on the first one.
Right. So that's I think that's a good sign. So
yeah.
We'll see how it stretches out over time. But
have you done any conventions this year, Lopresti, or are you tied?
Just one. Well, I know. I did two. I did the Washington State Summer Con in June, and then I did Rose City Comic Con in September. So,
how was the cons compared to pre-COVID times?
Well, I did well at the Rose City. Like the first con at Rose City right after last year's was the first con in 3 years because of COVID or whatever, right? And I did really well, just because I think everybody had saved up their money and were waiting to spend it. This year I did actually even a little bit better, but I didn't do the number of customer business, but I sold a lot of original artwork, so that sort of skewed the dollar amount, because it was really kind of slow. I mean, there was people there, but there wasn't a lot of action where I was really busy most of the time. So, and Washington State Summer Con was well attended, but it wasn't a lot of cash being exchanging hands, just a lot of people looking. So, but I don't know that it was all that different than pre-COVID. I think people are sort of over it at this point and kind of
Question for you, Aaron, from Timothy Fitzgerald. How many unique backers did you have? Like hundreds of us bought the Dale cover over 8 months later. 8 months.
Yeah,
later.
I had about 2,000 unique backers and 26.
What does he mean? Did you? Oh, was it the campaign was open for 8 months?
Yeah, probably in demand. I left it open until even a couple weeks after the book went to the printer.
Well, that's funny. So it doesn't track that, huh?
It doesn't track in demand. I think it just tracks while it's open.
Yeah, just the open period. Yeah.
So that's what you ended up with, is 151?
Yeah.
That's funny but it won't track that whole thing.
Right. It just tracks like what's considered the active part of the campaign.
Right.
So, like I said, I got to 104 after 45 days on this campaign, and I'm at 92 or something right now with 12 days to go in the first 30. So so you're going to
do the 30-30 thing?
No, I'm not going to go 30 because we did, I don't know, who was I talking to? It was a Graham Nolan or somebody went in, and it's like the sweet spot's about 45 days. So 60 days is kind of overkill. You're not really going to do much business that last couple weeks. So I'll probably do it for 45, keep it open for 45 days, and then go to in demand.
Check out Overmind. What's Della Rosa's sales curve look like?
Well, his won't show up on.
It
should. Should.
Yeah, there it is. Cool.
Because it was closed already.
Yeah, but the new stuff's not going to show up, right? But the curve for the campaign will.
Yeah.
So I had a huge first day. There's the drop off, and then I had quite a bit of activity on the last week there. So
that's the way it goes, right? It's dead in the middle, and then you have a big close out.
Yeah.
Big start and a big close out.
First couple days though that are the big nut.
Right. And then you're just scratching and clawing, trying to keep people. Remember to going back.
No. What's the -688, John? Who'd you piss off?
So I don't know what. Oh no, it wasn't a pissed off. It was somebody who was buying my entire catalog plus like original art, and then messaged me and was like, "I just lost my job. I'm so sorry." So yeah, it was just that. So it's. And I'm like, don't worry about it. Don't buy my books, and if you need money, obviously.
What is this? So you got half your unique backers on the first couple days for Blood Hunters?
Yeah. So, well, yeah. From what I had in my original campaign, I would like to get, 2,500 unique backers on this campaign. Because you want to see some growth, right?
Yes.
Of your audience. So I would like to get, 3,000 orders, 2,500 unique backers would be probably my goal for this. But really, if I can match what I did on the first one, I'm satisfied. But I would like to see some growth, so that you're moving in the right direction.
Yeah, growth is good.
Usually.
I looked at I looked at unique backer. Well, I don't know unique backers because unfortunately I was on Indiegogo before and I didn't. And
you got to count them. That's the problem.
Yeah, you got to count them.
Download the CVS and count them, which was a real pain. But I wanted to know so badly. Oh, because I had to order.
Wait, aren't you on MailChimp?
Yeah.
Well, then you just you upload the CVS to MailChimp.
Oh, I guess I can figure that out.
How many people?
Well, yeah, and it gives you the number, right?
Yeah. So you don't have to count them.
Yeah, or you can just sort.
I mean, you didn't literally count like.
Just pull it into Excel.
Counted.
Just pull into Excel, sort and remove duplicates by names. Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. I just had it in like Excel and I counted them.
Oh wow, Aaron.
Well, at least now we know Aaron can count up to 2,000.
Sedeus Volt, which I had open with In Demand, and then I also did a Kickstarter Second Chance campaign. Ended up with 590 backers total, and so Overmind now is at 630.
Hey, you got a backer, Aaron.
Yeah,
Woo!
so not too bad.
Thank you.
So I've got a little over 5% growth between the two campaigns, which is nice because I had to switch platforms because I got banned and all that. And that's tough.
Yeah.
Which one did you get?
Also, the economy right now sucks so bad, so it's always sort of like, is that affecting things?
Crossing your fingers. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure it's affecting some people. It affected John to the tune of $688.
Yeah, that's true on that. That's true on that campaign by itself. Just one person.
Yeah. One person loses their job. That's how it works. So I got to keep building that audience and building that fan base because there's always going to be attrition regardless.
Right.
And you have to replace the people you're losing. Plus, you have to grow so you're not just static.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you want some of your own audience too, right? So it's not not hammering all the same pool of buyers just like 4 times a month, yeah? Because
you don't all want to be getting backers out of the same lifeboat.
Yeah.
Okay, this is martial law, right? Or that was.
Sorry, I closed it all. I was still just clearing this stuff out.
Mr. Miller, I am going to have to go, sir. I need to spend some time with the missus, and then I've got to do some more data analysis.
All good. Actually, I should wrap this up pretty soon here anyways. Because
that's cool. It's bedtime here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to take the trash out, except I already did.
Oh! Right, good night, Edwin.
Night. Shoots.
Night, Edwin.
Aloha.
Good night, Edwin.
Night.
Good night.
Dennis would like to. I really don't want to do this. Dennis would like to know how you got banned.
Geez. Well, there's this fellow named Liam Gray, and he reported my campaign, not this one, but another one, 5 times, claiming that I stole his characters and filed a DMCA complaint over and over and over and over again until Indiegogo finally listened and popped me. So, yeah.
Is he? Do we know if he's all right?
Yeah, he's fine.
He's fine. He's streaming regularly. Yeah. It was a. It was a. I think it was just like kind of an op to mess with us.
Oh, you really think he was? Yeah. The whole thing was.
Well,
staged?
John had a particular campaign running at the time, which was.
So we made a parody book making fun of him, and during the course of this, I was running it, and I was running it on my own website because I didn't want to DMCA complained to Kickstarter. I don't want to deal with that.
Mhm.
And so he quit streaming for like about a month during that, which of course, when the guy's not going on Ethan's show and flipping out and all that, right? It's hard to sell a parody book on that because it's an old joke. And at that point, like, we were about to close out and do our closeout and all that. And then he did this whole ordeal as I was about to do the closeout of this. So I really couldn't even promote it at the end of it.
Mhm.
And so I think it had something to do with that, like trying to mess with that a little bit. But we've already fulfilled it. It's already out. So my most limited book ever at this point. Yeah. You're in it, Aaron. I drew you, or the Quaff drew you into it. Yeah. Yeah.
I hope you represented me in a positive light.
You're in a painting on a wall of a grand manor.
Okay.
And you are a literal king with a crown. So yeah.
Excellent. So I was like the royal ancestry of this. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, we got you on there, Malin on there, Graham on there, and one other, and I can't remember which one it was. I think it was Shane. So, not Mike.
All right, there's Aaron Lepresti. There is. Wait, where? Hang it! I just had yours up. Private American.
With Mike Barron.
Throw all these up there. We had. Where the heck did yours go? Track over. Oh, that's just track over mine. That's not backup. Oh, pre-order now. I'm back here. I can just use that link.
Thanks,
We
Backer.
got
Ranking
Overmind by JDA.
Yeah, we crossed 40K last night. So thank you, everybody.
Dragon Guard. It's in the description already, as is Enemies of Self, Shadow of the Conqueror. Let's give this one more spin.
Oh, thank you, Mike.
You got it, buddy. And then let's give Graveyard Shift one more spin and see if he's got any more backers. 441. No. Alrighty. So, anywho, did you like this one, Aaron?
I have no comment. I have no comment on any of this this back and forth between you fine gentlemen.
All right, anyways, everybody please do go back all these fine books if you wouldn't mind. And thank you for being here. I am going to go hang out with my wife. How about you guys? I'm going to hang out with my wife.
Oh, wait a minute, I already did the garbage. I'm going to ink. I'm inking Wraith of God right this minute, so I'm going to go back and work on that.
Just like Kevin. Working away on
work.
Yeah,
Kevin. He's got Hit going there. Look at that.
Yeah, I had a layout that I wanted to. It's been bugging me, and something where you wanted to work on something, you just hadn't had the time to do it. That kind of thing. So I had this. Let me see if I can pull it up. My doggone iPad's being slow. Anyway, roughly there's the layout. So, anyway,
cool, man.
Nice
That's
layout.
sweet.
There you go.
So that's what I was doing right there.
Cool. Awesome. All right. Anyways, good night, everybody. Thanks for being here. We'll see you on the next exciting episode of Blacklist Universe. Something.
And I see your post, Timothy.
Good night, everybody. Been great. Thank you.
Good night.
Oh, shoot, I was about to hit leave studio instead of hit and broadcast.
Whoops.
And goodbye.